Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and I hope you guys enjoyed your fucking festivities of shopping on days I had to work.
Me too, damn it.
This is JumpShotTherapy. Thank you guys, for stopping by. I'm Bill Bretto. I'm the boss baby. I am the human hot take. I'm with human sweater vest, maple fuck.
No, it was honey fuck.
Honey fuck. Alfredo Velez. Stat guy who doesn't do stats anymore. He's just an asshole guy, Hunter.
I'm my own personality. I'm my own personality.
Big Brother's holding it down for a little bit with us in JST South. How are you, Steven?
Nobody cares.
Speeding by, Sonic the Hedgehog, too fast for the naked eye. Sonic the Hedgehog.
All right, now try and
Sonic,
get copywritten.
He could really move.
This is
Sonic,
non-high Steven,
I think
by
he
the
already
way.
had his own theme
attitude, Sonic. He's the fastest thing alive.
We're gonna talk over you now.
Oh my
Yeah.
How about him?
How about those Cowboys?
Oh Lord.
Steven, what's your recap of this game? Since this is how we're recording, now it's 12:30 a.m. Friday, November 30th. The Cowboys just beat the Saints 13-10. Steven is in a good mood. What's going on, Steven? What are your takeaways?
It's a great coach called game defensively. Offensively, not great. But defensively, Chris Richard and Rod Marinelli, they knew what the freaking Saints were running. Because a lot of those plays with Kamara come down out of the backfield, they shut that shit down. And the linebackers can tackle.
Yeah, you got the tackling Dutchman, Leighton Vander Esch.
That's defensive rookie of the year.
I just said Vanderbilt. I mean,
Nah, maybe
Leighton Vander Esch. He's playing. He's playing out his
Vander
mind.
Esch.
homie from the
Vander-
Browns.
Dutch Vanderbilt.
No, he hasn't. His plays haven't significantly helped the Browns. Vander Esch is
Sean Lee.
Crucial. Which I'm about to say, Sean Lee's not going to be on the team next year.
Sean Lee's probably going to retire next year.
He's going to be a Patriot next year.
The only way he'll be on the Cowboys next year if he's coaching them.
Leighton Vander Esch literally is playing the role of Sean Lee, and it's super important.
He leads the league in solo tackles.
He's the heart and soul of that Cowboys defense.
And it's when the tackles, when you need him to make a tackle on third down, he freaking tackles.
You know what's
the
crazy
guy
is
down.
like with white players, they say they play hard and they're hard-nosed football guys.
Dude, name me one like white defensive player that isn't like really good.
I can name you one a few years ago.
Brother.
Who?
Clay Matthews' brother, Casey Matthews.
Wow, dude,
I
get
don't
out of
think
here.
he plays anymore. Like if you could name all the white defensive players, the first ones that pop in your head are all like all pro
Carl
players.
Nassib.
Oh no, I
For
I
defense.
know a guy. I know a guy.
Stephen Gregory. a few
Chris
years ago.
Conti, he is trash.
Oh, who's that Heath guy on the fucking Cowboys?
Jeff
Oh
Heath.
yeah, Jeff Heath.
Jeff Heath? Yeah.
all right.
Jeff Heath's better than Chris Conti.
But it's like the white defensive players that come to my mind are all pro players. So it's
Jim Leonard.
Harrison Smith. Jim Leonard doesn't play anymore. Shut up. Harrison Smith, Luke Kuechly, fucking JJ and TJ Watt. All those fucking white dudes. Beer can crushers, I call them.
With every watt, you get a Nassib. You get the Carl Nassib.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, for every elite player, you get the one guy who thinks he knows how fucking tax breaks and fucking investing money works.
I was
Like,
kind of
that's
watching that
Brown?
episode, and I was
Yeah.
like, damn, I could put money into an account, and it does that?
Yeah, it's called a fucking bond.
Too bad he wasn't investing in a playbook.
Too bad
Shit.
he's been investing in things that haven't been relevant in the last 15 years.
Too bad he didn't tell Michael Kendricks how to invest correctly.
Well, he was investing correctly. He just told everybody.
Insider trading. No, somebody told him, and he was like, "Yeah, hey, I just got the scoop that fucking Publix is going fucking public, and I invested all my money in them." Dumbass.
If you hold an account for 20 years, this is like.
She made like
fuck up,
$3 million
Nassib.
from it.
Shut up, Nassib. You know shit. Every investor on the planet was like, "This fucking guy doesn't know anything." All right, big show. Thank you, Steven, for your Cowboys rap.
That's it for Steven this week.
We're going to get up to picks, then Steven's got to go night-night, and then we'll take on for basketball. So not too much like happened in the world of football in the last week or so since our last, but Reuben Foster beat the fuck out of his girlfriend, got cut, and now has a job again with the Washington Redskins.
Oh, is this the boy that they gave him one chance in the off season? They said if anything else happens, you're gonna cut him again.
Yes.
Okay.
And he got cut, and a day later, he got picked up by the Redskins.
Wait,
How's Kaepernick not?
Wait a minute. Hold on. He beat up a woman again, or it's the same one that he got suspended for?
No.
This is the same woman he beat up in the offseason.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the second time.
Allegedly.
Yeah, well, allegedly beat the fuck out of her again. And he got signed to the Redskins almost immediately.
That's ridiculous.
This goes back to the conversation.
He still can't play, though.
Yeah, but if
They only did that. They didn't put him on the exempt list before. They put it after everybody was scrutinizing them for 3 hours, and then they did it.
Yes.
They're a bunch of lazy fucks.
Which is
That's beyond
wild.
the facts.
Because if he clears charges...
But they didn't even try to get the facts. The only person who called the Tampa Police Department was the Philadelphia Eagles. The Redskins didn't even do their homework on him. They didn't even know what the fuck happened. They didn't get a police report. They didn't get anything.
And then their GM went out and defended the signing.
Well, all you have to do is look at their name.
Doug Williams, like...
The Washington racial slurs.
Yeah, and apparently the Washington domestic violencers, too. Like, it's nuts that, like, the second you find out that somebody is just beating the fuck out of, like, a woman, they'll just get signed again. Like, Greg Hardy, it took Greg Hardy multiple times for it to just, like, finally get him out. But there hasn't even been a suspension really dealed out yet.
For Greg Hardy?
Crazy.
No, for
Foster.
Reuben Foster.
They just put him on the exempt list, which means he can't play till further notice. It's kind of what Adrian Peterson was on.
I thought he was suspended.
No, they didn't.
Already.
They didn't list
So
an
why
official
was he missing
suspension.
games, though? So why was he not playing in games?
He's on the commissioner exempt list, which means he can't play until like they say that he can.
Yeah,
so he's
but
on
he
the
hasn't been
indefinite
officially suspended.
Right.
So from the beginning of the season.
Yeah, he hasn't been officially suspended, but then it happened again. So
yeah, he played this season.
Dude's
He
an
definitely
idiot,
played this
man.
season.
But it is what it is. It's stuff like this. It's such a gray area for the NFL where they just don't understand.
It just makes
what to
them one of the
fucking do.
worst leagues in the.
The NFL doesn't understand what to do in these situations. The same thing with Ray Rice. They didn't know what to do with Ray Rice either. And then
didn't he
Greg Hardy,
allegedly
they didn't know
murder
what to do with
somebody?
Greg Hardy.
The NFL like has the worst commissioner in sports. Like this dude, I wish Adam Silver could be the commissioner of the NFL.
Because David Stern was so good.
No, so listen here. Stop taking
Stern
offense.
did a lot.
Stop taking offense like you're the fucking.
Yeah, I know.
Stern
Like
did a
he's
lot
like the
for the
'90s
NBA.
that has to take offense with everything that's cool about today.
Steve was over here taking offense like he's the commissioner. He's like, I'm trying to deal out the best suspensions I can. But no, like Goodell's not a great commissioner.
So
He's
Ray
not.
Rice like whacked his wife at a hotel elevator. They suspended him 2 games, and they already saw the videotape. And then after everybody found out, they're like, "You're suspended indefinitely," and he's still suspended because they were like, "Okay, we're gonna give you this. We're gonna give you this break," and then everybody finds out, and they're like, "Never mind, you're gonna get fucking suspended."
Yeah, and then they only dealt him the suspension, which is similar to him using PEDs. Which, what's worse?
And then they said
Beating your woman on camera
Right.
or taking PEDs?
They said They said I remember there was like an article that said your first offense with domestic violence is 6-game suspension. Bitch, make it the
Nobody
whole
has
season.
ever gotten a 6-game
No.
suspension either. So
No.
and then they suspended Zeke, who was dropped of all charges.
And that happened in college 2 years later. How do you suspend somebody 2 years into the league for something that they did in college?
Like, there's no consistency.
It's like
That's my problem.
It's like his own governing body, which is bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, every league is their own governing body. The problem is when the governing body is inconsistent, think everything's all
It's
willy nilly.
shaky,
Nobody
yeah.
knows how it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Well, the problem is they have to wait for a freaking decision if it's what's happening in court.
I hate this,
like with Zeke. Zeke should have never got fucking suspended in the first place.
No, I hate this NFL arbitration process like they're a fucking court. Just
Yeah.
do the shit early as possible. Why are you making it like a court, like it has to be scheduled?
the fact that he got signed immediately after finding
It's
this
fucking
out is
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
I said, when it said what, like like Adam Schefter first said Reuben Foster to the Browns, and then they're like, we don't know what team it is. I was like, I swear to God, if it's the fucking Patriots, I'm not watching.
Belichick
any
wouldn't have
fucking-
wanted any part in that.
No, yeah,
He
I
wouldn't have
know,
wanted any
because
part in that.
all the owners talk like, oh, we're not going to sign this guy. Dan Schneider said he supported the Ray Rice investigation and the suspension 4 years ago, and then now he's doing this shit. Where he's
Snyder's
like,
a wannabe Jerry Jones.
Nobody's a wannabe Jerry Jones. Everybody's a wannabe.
No, Dan Snyder is. He's a wannabe. That's why he had to hire a general manager because he failed at it.
But like the fact that is like if you understand that somebody's under investigation, why are you going to go out and sign the player until you figure out what's done?
First of all, how does a person who commits domestic violence twice, allegedly, but we know, and somebody who does insider trading a federal crime, but a guy who kneels on a field can't fucking play a down of football, but a guy who does those two fucking crimes, they do that because somebody's kneeling and hurts your feelings?
Well, didn't she try to drop the charge?
How big of a pussy are you that you get your feelings hurt by somebody kneeling?
Wait, what's the name of the guy that did that federal that money stuff?
Michael Kendricks.
Michael Kendricks.
He's still in the league?
I think he finally got issued a suspension. He finally got issued a suspension, but after he was arrested and was going to trial, he still was able to play.
That's crazy.
And here's the thing about the waiver program. Like, what the fuck were the Redskins scared of? He fell all the way to R because it goes alphabetically.
Yeah.
No, it goes by your record. It goes by your record.
Alphabetically.
It goes by your record, and then after that, it goes like it's kind of like the worst record gets the first on the waiver wire. I know that for sure because I know when the Patriots claimed Michael Floyd, nobody claimed him. That's why he fell all the way to the Patriots, and I was looking at the process, and that's how it worked. But it's still fucked up that people are like, oh, let me let this guy play for my team even though he actually like assaulted a woman, and I have a wife and I have a daughter.
Like even if he's not playing, he's still representing the team.
Exactly.
And then he represents the owner who okayed the signer, the GM,
right?
Who pretty much is representing the organization.
But could you even have like a wife or a daughter and be like, "Oh, I support this guy that just beat the fuck out of like a woman because he can't handle shit"?
There's no way you can support.
And you could support that. You either one or two things. You really don't support him, and you're just trying to act tough because you care about like absolutely nothing, or you're just gonna like neglect your fucking daughter and your wife because that's apparently what you think of women.
Goodell literally he takes everything by case basis and just like I don't know what to do.
There's a bunch of pussies, man. That's why I put it on Facebook. Like some of my family are like huge, like they're like largely against Colin Kaepernick. I was like, this is a F you to all you. That's a big fuck you.
Yeah.
Like all my aunts and uncles.
So literally anybody who's opposed to Kaepernick is pretty much is just like, well, we're okay with this guy. Just stop it. I'm pretty much okay. Like I'd rather call this guy a racist for standing up for what he believes in, not violating any rule that the NFL has.
Standing up for something that has nothing to do with the flag.
Not violating any rule that the NFL has, but we'll allow the guy who just beats the fuck out of women allegedly.
We'll have the guy, and this is on Jerry Jones too, because Jerry Jones did the same shit with Greg Hardy a few years ago. Where a police report came out, pictures came out. Greg Hardy threw the lady on like what was it, like assault weapons or whatever on a bed of assault.
The charges
because he fucking paid her.
But she dropped it though.
She dropped it because he fucking paid her. There's like a whole fucking police report.
It. If he didn't get
it don't
arrested,
matter.
Then what do you
He's
want?
still a piece of shit.
She didn't get arrested.
That doesn't just because she.
She dropped it because he's got money. I can't believe you're actually defending this. You're a piece of shit for that.
I'm saying, no, I'm a piece of shit. Yeah, but what about you the other day, though? And then you want to talk about a certain someone getting beat by a war machine.
Oh yeah, but what did you say before? I want to watch more NFL. You said I want to watch more NFL and MMA because of that. So there you go. He's a real piece of shit.
Yeah, he is. I'm still never gonna stop watching.
Yeah, nobody hears. Hold on. Okay, so let me get this clear. Nobody's gonna stop watching anything. Like that's not.
I'm not gonna stop watching.
You're
I just
allowed,
get pissed off.
You're allowed to vocally like voice your opinions. That's what's great about everything that we do.
Yeah.
So like we're allowed to say that something's bad and still, or a part of something is bad and still watch and be fans because you want to see everything grow. The NBA.
And Hunter, when I texted, I just wanted to get you riled up.
Anyway,
I know you kept saying
it worked.
Like every time we try to say something about Goodell, Steven gets upset. Like he's the one making the rules, but then he brings up David Stern. We all knew David Stern sucked as a fucking commissioner.
He did a lot for the league, though.
Yeah, but he still sucked as a commissioner. Adam Silver is the commissioner in sports.
Larry Bird and Magic Johnson saved the NBA, and then Michael Jordan took it to a whole nother level in the 90s. That's what saved the NBA.
David Stern rigged a bunch of stuff. And
David Stern made Patrick Ewing go to the fucking Knicks
and allowed for refs to gamble.
Goodell,
David Stern made Anthony Davis go to the Pelicans.
He did some stuff way better than Tagliabue.
Dude,
Tagliabue would have never suspended these motherfuckers.
The NBA
NBA
puts big suspensions, and the NBA has had problems with that too. With like Kobe, being able to play and being able to
Didn't they
fly
suspend
between
him?
Colorado and the NBA Finals to play, or the NBA Western Conference Finals to play. They
That's
have their
Stern.
fucked up moments too.
That was all
But
Stern,
Adam
though.
Silver's pretty good with this
Adam
shit.
Silver, the second something goes down, he's got something. Which
He does.
Which you can see with the homeboy with
Ingram.
the Clippers. With the former owner of the Clippers.
Oh, it's Donald Sterling.
Don Sterling.
yeah.
How quickly he
Oh,
got that
ASAP.
handled. How
He said, "Oh,
quickly
you're
he
banned
was
for
able to
life,
get
my
that
guy."
handled, and everybody was like, that's the best situation that could have happened.
And he got fined the maximum amount that you can, $2 million.
Banned, forced to sell his team. Perfect. If that
That's
was
something
if that
that-
was Goodell, I don't know what would happen.
Jerry Richardson.
He'll probably still be an owner.
Jerry Richardson, the Panthers owner,
He voluntarily sold the team.
because it was coming out that he sexually assaulted women, and they were like, "Oh shit!" But he didn't immediately do it. They did like an investigation into
Exactly.
But real
it,
quick-
and then they let him do it. If I was Goodell,
Goodell
I would
wouldn't
have
have
been
forced
like,
him. Nobody would have forced him.
But how about the thing with the Mavericks when
"That's the craziest
Mark
thing."
Cuban's like his employees were like they were sexually harassing female.
Yeah, well, they got
Mark-
that taken care of too.
Mark Cuban kind of had the right response to it, where he was like, I think he lied a little bit when he was like, "I'm not in the day to day," when he's obviously
in the day, but he also was like, I didn't know a lot of this is happening, and this is dead
but
wrong.
no, but they said like
He got
even-
fined
No,
and a
no,
bunch
no,
of
but
shit for that.
And then-
because the thing is too that the same incident with the same person that was happened
happened
10
over
years ago.
Yeah, it happened a long time ago. Yeah, that's where I don't like support like Mark Cuban's stance is how he like handled it.
Sometimes
but
you do gotta-
what he did after it was really good. He donated like $20 million, or like a good amount of. I think it was like $10 million to like a few charities after it.
I mean, that's what you got to do to clean up your name.
And then he hired a CEO of the Mavs to be a woman.
Yeah, the league did their job.
Listen, if you clean up, you're gonna get forgiven.
So that gave a woman a power position in the NBA, and that's what's gonna be it's gonna be
And
gearing
the league
towards.
cleaned it up. Again, a situation like that with Goodell,
Wouldn't happen.
we don't know what would have happened.
Yeah.
Somebody would have been suspended 2 games.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
All right, so let's move on from this. We spent a lot of time on that.
Fuck
and that
you,
was
Reuben Foster. You piece of shit.
All right.
I can't wait for him to sign with the Patriots.
Oh my god.
So Vegas updated their odds on the next NFL head coach to be fired.
Let me get
Oh wait,
Mike
okay,
McCarthy.
hold up. Let me guess.
I have a list of coaches.
Okay, number 1 has to be Dirk Cotter.
No,
I'm gonna say Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy is the favorite right
Wow.
now to get. He's a plus 400 favorite to get fired.
I gotta say this: if Lovie Smith
out
gets
after
another
the
head
season.
coaching job, I'm gonna cry.
Well, if the next coach fire is going to be in Week 17, there's no point of firing him now. The season's
Exactly.
almost over with. And McCarthy still has a chance. They're Cutter.
Also, you want to finish
Dirk
with the
Cutter's
coach.
farther down the list.
You want to finish with with the coach that you have, because coaches who are going to interview are going to be like, "Wow, I'm just going to get fired."
We're gonna
mid-season."
go from the number the lowest number of like your favorite to the highest number favorite.
Go ahead.
So
To
Dirk
get-
Cutter is on this list. We'll get there.
Every coach is on this list.
No, this is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think like 10 names. So
Okay.
Mike McCarthy is a plus 400 favorite.
So
Let
it's
me.
highest to lowest.
Wait. Let's guess names, and then as names, kind of like
Okay.
we would just cross them out.
Can we just name? Yeah,
Dan
that's
Quinn,
the thing.
is he on this list?
Dan
Yeah,
Quinn
I was about to say that,
is
too.
not on this list.
Wow, he should.
Should be.
Dan Quinn
They
is
need
not
to
on
get
this
rid of
list.
that. That's the Super Bowl stench. They have to move on.
Okay. Obviously, it's gonna be.
John Harbaugh.
So Dirk Cutter plus 700. John Harbaugh plus 500.
Wow.
Marvin Lewis.
Not on this list.
Adam Gase.
Plus 1,000.
The guy who took over Greg Williams.
He's an interim. It doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
He probably won't be. He'll probably stay on the team.
He's gonna be the DC.
The zombie in New York.
Jay Gruden.
Pat Shermer.
No, the zombie.
Steve
Green.
Wilkes. Steve Wilkes.
Steve Wilkes plus 450.
Hell yeah. Is that the highest?
No,
Damn it. Did we already get the highest?
no, nowhere near.
Mike McCarthy.
No, he's plus 400.
Fuck.
That's the lowest number.
Steve Wilkes. Fuck
Steve Wilkes plus 450.
Hell yeah. I said Steve
Yeah.
Wilkes. Yeah.
The dude from Tampa Bay.
Pete Carroll.
I'm talking about Arizona's head coach.
Pete Carroll not on this list. Tampa Bay is what's his face?
Dirk
Dirk
Cotter.
Cutter plus 700. Yeah, we said that.
Jacksonville.
Doug Marrone plus 800.
We haven't even reached the highest yet.
The
No.
dude from the Jets.
Todd Bowles plus 425.
What? Why is it so low?
Buffalo.
Who's Doug?
Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott plus 2,500.
That's the highest.
That's the highest. So we got Pat Shurmur with 1,000, Adam Gase with 1,000, Doug Marrone with 800, Dirk Cutter 700, Vance Joseph.
Wait, why is Pat Shurmur higher than?
You know what's funny is if the whole
Zombie.
fucking AFC East just changes coaches in one fucking.
Guess what?
It's probably gonna
happening.
happen.
It's going to happen this offseason.
Everybody but the
The
Patriots.
Jets are probably going to go after the dude from Texas Tech that just got fired.
Shaw.
Yeah.
The Jets.
Yeah.
Why don't they fucking make a right choice for once in their life?
I don't
Holy
think that would be a
shit.
bad coach signing
No.
because the game now is pretty much college football anyway. It'll probably make the offense super easy for Sam Darnold.
No, that would not be the right move.
I wouldn't be
No,
upset.
I wouldn't
with it.
get a college coach. No.
I wouldn't be upset
No.
with it.
You know who I'm
Get one of
fucking
these
calling?
coordinators.
What if Nick
Get
Saban
one of
comes
these
back?
coordinators.
No, Saban was trash
John-
in the NFL.
John DiFilippo? What the fuck is his name?
DiFilippo?
DiFilippo.
Yes.
That's a guy that you want.
Yes, it is. I also want McDaniels. But that
I
ain't
know
happening.
you. Everybody wants
That
Real
ain't-
McDaniels.
quick,
that ain't ever
I
happening.
got a question. Do like top level program college coaches make good NFL coaches?
Ask
Yeah.
Is
Pete
there like
Carroll.
a history?
No,
Dude,
there's
can
not.
they make it? Yeah.
There's not a real good history. Pete Carroll before he was at USC was a trash head coach.
Okay.
Is Nick Saban really that good of a coach?
No,
Well, he
not
gets
in
to
the
choose his
NFL.
Players.
When
mean
you're
he's a
pretty
good
much
recruiter?
the GM of recruiting of a college
And you
football
just get to
team.
pick your favorite players right there,
He
right
does,
there, right there.
and he
You
doesn't
literally,
have to
like,
deal
I-
with millionaires.
Yeah, he doesn't have to deal with anybody really above him. He's paid X amount to recruit.
I know,
He
so
literally
do
just goes
we-
to people and just gets the best recruits because
So where's your top coaches of all time, college and professional?
well? So,
Number one, you go Belichick. Number two, you go. I'm talking about NFL and college. Like,
and college.
You have to put
If you're-
Jimmy Johnson in there.
yeah, you would put
Jimmy Johnson transferred. He was good in both.
Jimmy Johnson did it in both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jimmy Johnson did both, but not too many did.
Jimmy Johnson won a
Because
title
Saban
in
was
both.
trash.
That's
in
what
the
he's,
NFL.
that's what
Saban
he's
was
saying.
trash,
He's saying
yeah.
Saban was
Pete Carroll?
Well, he wasn't really trash.
Pete Carroll, yeah, he won a national. Yeah.
Pete Carroll.
No, I'm just saying, like, top coaches that didn't do both of them, but like in both of them, you would say, like,
That was in both of them.
yeah, like all time top coaches in football. Just like when you think of football, you think of this coach, or like these coaches. When you have a list, you say Belichick, Saban, Carroll.
Are you talking about college?
No,
I'm talking
both.
about college
Both
and
together.
pros. Like if
Oh,
you're thinking
both
about
overall?
coaches,
Steven would be
in
able to
football.
answer this a lot better than I would be able to.
It'd be Belichick, in no particular order. It'd be Belichick, Saban,
You're not gonna
Pete
put
Carroll.
Coughlin in there?
No.
Jimmy Johnson,
No.
You'd have a lot more coaches.
Chip Kelly. I'm just kidding.
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
No,
Chip
He gets the
Kelly?
huge FAU.
Paterno.
Chip Kelly?
Joe Paterno, yeah. Chip Kelly was no.
Chip
He
Kelly
was good in Oregon.
I hate him, but
He
you
was
gotta
good
say
for like
Bowden and
4
Spurrier,
seasons in Oregon. Yeah, three,
the
4
old
seasons.
ball coach.
I'm trying to think of who else. Like who else I would rather. Like I mean, not who else I would rather have, but
Lombardi? No,
yeah,
you can put
Lombardi.
Lombardi,
Yeah, I'm
Lombardi.
talking about NFL coaches too. Like we haven't really. We're like naming college coaches right now.
Dungy.
Landry.
but Dungy won one Super Bowl and he couldn't get that Tampa team over. He won one Super Bowl with Peyton Manning. I would not put Tony like.
Sean Payton.
Oh, this is the question that I wanted to ask. Who's the worst coach to ever win a Super Bowl
I think that whoever
besides Bill Belichick? I'm just kidding.
whoever
I don't
Mike,
think- I don't
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, I was about to say, but bad coaching doesn't really get to the Super Bowl.
But
But
sometimes you
McCarthy
see like
later on became like a
McCarthy
shit
and
coach.
Peterson.
McCarthy ended up having a very good team. That's the last time the Packers are ever going to have
If
a
John Gruden-
ensemble of players like that.
If John Gruden just had that one season, that one magical season in Tampa Bay in
but John
2002.
Gruden was a good coach in Oakland.
Yeah, you're right.
the
yeah.
first run?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would
The
say
only, reason they,
faces-
the only reason they didn't win a Super Bowl is because of Tom Brady and the Tuck rule.
so. Real
He
quick,
faced his old team in the Super Bowl.
And won.
wait,
Would
that's
that would have been the Super Bowl matchup. Would have been the Raiders and the Rams.
It was he had to play. The Raiders made the Super Bowl the next year. They had to play Tampa.
how about that Super Bowl with the Bears and Colts?
Well, that was Dungy. That was Dungy and Lovie Smith. So if Lovie Smith would have won, he would have been the obvious first.
Obvious answer because Lovie Smith sucks.
Damn. Who was the guy after Jimmy Johnson?
It's Barry Switzer. He won the Super Bowl.
Barry Switzer. Yeah, he's the worst.
Is Urban Meyer good?
Urban Meyer's a good.
Troy Aikman hated Barry Switzer.
Urban Meyer. They're talking about Urban Meyer. No, not Urban Meyer. They're talking about homeboy from Oklahoma.
The fuck is his name? Something shit. Oklahoma.
What's the head coach of Oklahoma's name?
Bob
Lincoln
Stoops.
Riley? Lincoln Riley?
Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
Oh, Lincoln Riley. Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about him coming to the NFL.
He's getting all the hots.
Is Don
To the
Shula
Browns.
good?
The hot
Jim
top.
Panchula? No.
Don Shula is not like one of the worst coaches to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but Lincoln Riley's in talks to be coming to the NFL next year, whether it's in Cleveland or somewhere else.
Cleveland would be good for
They're talking because of the Baker.
dude.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Because of Baker.
Because he would know exactly how to use Baker.
Exactly. And then they shit on Hugh Jackson all the time because Hugh Jackson's going to be the head coach of Cincinnati.
Because there's
next
no
year.
way that Greg Williams is keeping this job.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he wants this job.
No. But he's doing a
He's
hell
not
of a
going to keep the job. He'll probably do defensive coordinator.
He'll just
still.
be the defense coordinator. He doesn't want to be the head coach. He doesn't want to make any of those.
He was
Who's
only
that?
there because they
Who's-
fired everybody. He's the highest.
He's doing a hell of a job right now, though.
He is the offensive pick.
The dude, Freddie Kitchens.
Freddie Kitchens.
You might want to keep him.
He's
Dude,
promoted OC.
didn't I say like 2 podcasts ago to never trust a man who's named after a room in your house? And now we can trust him.
Yo, who's that pervert from Penn State, that coach?
Joe Paterno?
No, it wasn't
Jerry
him.
Sandusky?
Sandusky.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's not jump into this wormhole.
Speaking of Penn State, Saquon
Next.
is a top 5 running back in the NFL.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
the Giants still fucking blew that game against Philly. Holy fuck, did they just stop
Dude,
giving
I
him
can
the ball.
admit when I'm wrong. Saquon is fucking crazy. Whenever I'm watching,
Boy, do I love this right now.
whenever
Yeah,
I'm
Saquon
watching
is
Saquon,
good.
because I looked at Saquon in college and I was like, I don't know, it's not special. I've seen college players
The
do
problem
this.
with Saquon in college is they didn't use him as like a real running back.
But the Giants are using him, man. And they just don't know how to use him in
Do
the
you
right
know what's
moments.
scary? They don't have an offensive line.
No, just imagine.
Let's say they get
Holy
offensive line.
shit.
Dude,
Insert
but let's not
quarterback
say-
here.
let's-
Insert quarterback here.
It's
That's
so
all it
hard to
is.
get an offensive line. Like Barry Sanders never had a good offensive line in Detroit.
So let's say they get a young gun at quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater, I don't think is going to get re-signed at the end of this year.
Do you
have
think the
an
Giants
option.
pick up that boy that you like, that guy that you like,
boy.
Who?
with the funky name?
Herbert?
Yeah.
Maybe he's talking about staying back in school, which would be probably a good idea for him. It would suck because Tua's coming out next year, so it'd be like this is a fuck.
No, you can.
He wouldn't
but
be the guy. In
He's
that,
not
in
even
that
in talk
draft.
for Heisman right now.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots, not this. I think it's going to be this coming draft or the draft
If
after.
he
They're
comes
going to.
out this year, I feel like he's going to fall a little bit, and then the Patriots are going to end up swiping him.
I think I'm not going to make a prediction on who they're going to get, but I think in the next 2 years they're going to make a big trade up and they're going to get a top 5
They're
pick
gonna
and get their quarterback.
Absolutely.
That's how they're going to do it. They're not going to wait. They're just going to be like, here you go, Tom Brady. This is your fucking 2 years and you're out.
I
But you
feel
got
like
that Brian
the Saints
Hoyer.
are going to be riding with Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill is kind of like an all-around weapon that
We're going
you
to
use.
talk about him a little bit later because I found out some shit on him. It's really interesting.
You did some research. You dug some
I
dirt.
did. I did some research on Taysom Hill, and he has a real good story. And
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to be like, I searched some.
no.
some
I'm a
words.
huge fan of him now. I'm a huge fan of him now because he's getting all types of burn, and this is exactly how Colin Kaepernick got his. Putting him in just to run.
Oh,
Now he's
yeah,
throwing.
yeah. That's kinda
Alex
like
Smith
Lamar
got benched,
Jackson.
and Lamar Jackson's gonna be the quarterback forever now. You done fucked up.
You got that
They
hip
need to
injury.
Lamar
They
Jackson
need to
throws
open
weird.
that playbook up.
They
though.
do. He ran for like what 135 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what?
He was making some throws in that game, but the fucking penalties fucking took the catches away.
He'll benefit greatly from a new head coach next year.
I'm gonna miss the Joe Flacco era.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, Joe Flacco. Because my favorite thing is when he got that fucking contract and he went to McDonald's and got the 20-piece nuggets.
Never trust that man who goes to McDonald's after a fucking contract extension.
And he can't fucking throw passes to receivers this season.
Yo, Lamar
got-
Jackson, his
Nugget arms.
he
Like
throws
crazy
weird.
inaccurate.
He's got he just needs
It's
to work on it.
funky.
He had like one good postseason. Jacoby Jones had a great postseason that season too.
Yes.
It's like
Lamar Jackson's got he's got some intangibles that you can't teach. It's just he will definitely benefit from having a playbook catered to him. Just like Kaepernick benefited from having a playbook catered to
So
him.
you think he'll be like a Cam Newton type player?
I think he'll be Colin Kaepernick.
Kaepernick? Okay.
They have those two are more similar
gotta
play
Hall-
types.
you got a Hall of
because
Famer.
Cam Newton drops his shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and like when he runs, is super aggressive. Lamar Jackson's gonna be smart enough to
Agile,
get down.
yeah.
and-
But
and
you could
move out of
tell
the way.
like most of the plays that the Saints put Taysom Hill in, he's not throwing the ball. Like they're not like
But he can throw the ball real well.
they got him on kickoff returns.
And he was, I know, he ran a 4.440, dude.
That's crazy.
He ran a 4.440. So we'll talk about Taysom Hill right the fuck now. How about that? Have you guys ever heard of a player having a season-ending injury every single year he
I've
played
already
in
told me this
college?
year.
Yeah.
Every single year had a season-ending injury. His freshman year, out. Sophomore year, out. Junior year, out. Senior year, the last game of the senior season, he got injured.
Damn.
Balled the fuck out. He runs a 4.4 fucking 40 and has a cannon for an arm. BYU, Brigham Young University. Mormon as fuck.
Oh, this guy?
Yes.
White boy running a 4. Oh my gosh.
White boy.
Well, why are you shocked?
His combine
I know, racist.
is identical to Christian McCaffrey's.
You're a racist.
Every part of his combine, if you go look it up, identical to Christian
They
McCaffrey.
should put him at running back.
That's crazy because the Packers.
But
put
he's
him
also like
on-
6'3". He went undrafted, went to the Packers. Mike McCarthy was like, this guy ain't doing it.
6'2", 220.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy
28
ain't doing
years
it.
old though.
And Sean Payton was probably like,
He stayed
He's a
in
kick
college.
returner.
is
too.
he a rookie
He's-
this year?
No,
No.
last year. He
Last year.
stayed in college for an extra year. He was redshirted his freshman year. And then he had to stay because he wanted to play. And he only really was able to play his senior year, and he balled out.
Damn.
And then he got cut from the Packers and got picked up by the Saints. And
He's
the
done all the
Saints,
special teams.
and guess what? Sean Payton's like, oh, this motherfucker can go.
So wait, he
And I
doesn't-
I noticed this like a couple weeks ago. I was like, wait, that's Taysom Hill returning kicks. Isn't he a quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that with him last
Yeah,
year.
but they don't get rid of Breeze though.
And not only that, he tackled. He's on the kickoff team. He goes.
Breeze
tackles
is-
Yeah,
on the
he's a
punt team.
fucking
He's the up back on the punt.
freak. He's a freak of nature.
I
Alfredo.
gotta, I gotta look up some of his highlights.
Alfredo, you don't even know that the Saints were like willing to move on from Drew Brees like
A couple years
2
ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
Really? Oh
yeah.
shit.
Like
right before last season. If last season they would have not made the playoffs,
He
Drew
was
Brees
out.
and Sean Payton were out.
like watching Taysom Hill come in and make plays. Teddy Bridgewater's out. Teddy Bridgewater's gone because they used Taysom Hill more than they used Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater will be on South Beach.
Or a Giant because the Dolphins are drafting a black quarterback.
And his name is?
What's the quarterback's name from Ohio State, Steven?
Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins.
Dude, you know who's looking really cool? Kyler Murray. Is that his name?
Yes.
Kyle?
From
Kyler?
Oklahoma?
Kyler, yeah. Yeah, from Oklahoma?
Yes.
Holy shit. But they said he's just going to play baseball.
Yeah, he wants to play baseball. He playing football because he wants to break Baker's records.
Yeah,
Dick.
Big 12.
Come to the
Big
NFL,
12
pussy.
Big 12 defenses are trash.
You're going to be stuck in the minors when you could be in the NFL shining.
Making fucking bank.
He'd make more money in baseball,
He
though.
would make way
But
more.
not
Way more.
immediately. You'll
No.
be stuck with
Yeah.
a minor league contract. You'll be in
Yeah,
the minors
that's-
for 5 years.
I mean, but
He
your
gets a
bonus
big
is pretty
fucking
big,
major league
though.
contract is way bigger than anything in the NFL.
Yeah, but the percentages of that happening. Like, if you come to the NFL, you just got to be a really good quarterback. You could be fucking Ryan Tannehill
Oh,
and get a
that's
good
it. That's
quarterback.
all you have to do is just be a really good quarterback. How
He
many
could
people
just do
could
what the
not
fuck
do
he
that?
does now.
How many people could not just be a really good quarterback?
Did you see the contract the Miami Dolphins gave Ryan Tannehill? And
Yeah,
we're
how
fucking-
many of that was guaranteed though? Like a third of his contract wasn't even.
But how much of it has he gotten? Because he's on the roster. A
Very
shit ton
true.
of that.
Very true.
Well, he's been injured every year, so
Still getting all those fucking bonuses.
no,
Hey,
he's
he gets-
don't worry that contract's not going to be there.
He gets a certain amount guaranteed whenever he's on the roster past whatever.
And something's coming really soon.
yeah.
And it's called Dwayne Haskins.
Ryan Tannehill versus
Before we move on,
making a comeback.
before we move on to the next subject, I just want to make a statement that if the Packers lose 2 more games, they're gonna bench Rodgers because I think Rodgers is still hurt from that knee, and they're gonna
No,
start.
he's
There's
fine.
no way in hell they
He's
bench
fine
Rodgers.
from the knee.
If he
Don't
bench-
try to blame the knee
yeah,
for
Vinny's
his
fine.
poor
If he benches
accuracy.
Rodgers, McCarthy get fired in the middle of the game.
Rodley,
I think the team
don't
is-
even
and
don't even try to blame that on his knee. His knee's fine now.
Not when the
Just-
guy before you broke a record for consecutive games started
And was injured all of them.
all the time.
and And listen,
His dad died.
He's
and he
not.
played
He's
the
not
next
making
day.
his receivers good this year.
Or calling out blitzes. Once I saw that on Sunday night, I was like, "Oh, all these guys just in the box on one side, and he did nothing. Literally did nothing."
And Alfredo had the balls to make a dumbass comparison.
Hold up, I got something
that
I
I
want to say.
shitted on him, and Hunter was like, "Why you shut that shit down?"
Yeah.
Devontae Adams. Jesus.
I was like, damn, you guys were at 104 straight messages that day. I looked at my phone. You guys are still arguing about AB and Devontae. And then Fredo tried to use bullshit stats by pulling up like 2012 or something.
No, I said since
2016.
2016.
Since
2016?
2016.
I just pulled that shit from Twitter. I was like, let me just send this shit to the chat.
Yeah, because it appealed to you.
It
But
did.
look at all the other stats.
Yeah.
Look how many consecutive games Antonio Brown had 5 receptions and 50-plus yards and a touchdown. Or not a touchdown, 5 receptions and over 50 yards. It was like 40 straight games at one point. That's ridiculous as a wide receiver.
And that last end zone pass, fucking Rodgers threw to his ass. Antonio Brown
Rodgers was missing a fuck ton of throws that game.
Yeah.
A fuck ton of throws he normally makes, which is wild.
No,
Because he was,
Devontae Adams should have caught that last pass.
he was getting everything that you don't want
AB
to do
would.
with Aaron Rodgers. The Vikings defense was doing. They weren't pressuring the middle; they were pressuring the outside, and Rodgers was
Devontae-
kicking out.
Nah, Steven, I don't agree with you there. I think Devontae ran a great route.
The ball was just not.
And no, I'm not gonna shit on Devontae because I think
It
Devontae's
hit
a
his-
really good
it
wide
hit his
receiver.
hands.
No, it was
cut him
overthrown.
off.
He ran
He
a
could've
great
caught
route.
it.
He turned around and it was right there already. Like
AB
Rodgers, like
would've caught
fucking
that.
quick triggered it.
But I'm gonna say right now, the last 2 games versus the Jets and the Lions, I think.
Don't use us.
No, I think
Antonio Brown would have put it on Facebook Live.
because I think if we don't beat the Falcons or Bears, we're out of the playoffs.
You're not
You-
beating the Bears.
If
You're
you
not
lose
beating the
one
Bears.
time, you're out of the playoffs.
It does not
Yeah,
matter who
you're
the
not-
Bears
you're not
have at
beating the
quarterback.
Bears.
That defense is going to haunt Aaron Rodgers.
So I'm gonna say that
You still have a chance to win.
So I'm
the
gonna
division.
say
The Bear-
that
the Bears
Rodgers
want that
will probably
rematch 'cause they
start,
should've won
but
week 1.
Kaiser will probably finish.
No, Kaiser doesn't step foot on the field unless it.
I think Green Bay doesn't have to win they can't win the division now. I don't think, but because if Chicago wins, it's going to be
Green Bay's not making the playoffs.
right.
The only way they shut down Rodgers if he gets hurt, and that's
That's it.
it.
Or there's no way they get in the playoffs. If they're completely limited from the playoffs, they'll sit. They'll play Kaiser.
I say we lose to the Falcons and Kaiser starts.
That's not happening.
You won't
Sorry,
lose to
not
the
not
Falcons.
Aaron
No.
Rodgers.
You will not lose the Falcons. They're too banged up on defense. That's not happening.
So we're gonna lose to the Bears.
right before
Absolutely, you're
Oh,
going to lose
yeah,
to the Bears.
you're losing to
You
the
have a
Bears.
healthy
Bears
Khalil
won't.
Mack.
The Bears want that rematch. They should have won that.
Khalil Mack is on a snap count this game. He's coming for Aaron Rodgers' lunch.
How did I not know about Baker Mayfield going to the sideline and saying, "I woke up feeling dangerous"?
Oh, you didn't know that?
I
didn't know about
just saw that video and I was like, "Holy shit!"
that's one of my favorite
This
quotes
dude's
this
about
year.
to be the
So
fucking
speaking of
greatest of
Baker-
all time.
And the best was Shannon Sharp after. Oh, what about those other games you lost? We weren't dangerous there.
Yo, he's
Shannon
such-
Sharp shits on Baker Mayfield so much. It's all because of Skip. If Skip didn't have
Everything
Baker's
Skip
dick in his
loves.
mouth, Shannon would be like, God, I really like Baker.
But then Shannon's got like LeBron's dick in his mouth.
Oh, absolutely.
LeBron's
Wright.
dick and whatever team he's on, and that's it. And the Broncos.
Well, yeah, he's Shannon
Oh
Sharp.
yeah, well, he plays for the Broncos. So.
He's Shannon
Shay
Sharp.
Sharp, go
He's Shay
Unc.
Sharp.
Oh,
Shay Sharp. Hey, listen, Shay Sharp. Them Broncos about to make a run right now.
Oh, they're
saving
going
their
to make a
coach's
huge
job.
run. They're not going to make the playoffs, but they're going to.
They're not going to make the playoffs.
They're
gonna
going
be like the
They're
Ravens.
going to eliminate a team.
They'll
gonna be
the
like
hot
the Ravens
team to
from
look
like
at
a
for
few
next
years
season.
ago.
They're going to eliminate a team from the playoffs this year.
There's always a team that's like got a losing record and they make a hot
Surprise, yeah.
run at the end, and then next year they're just stupid good.
Wasn't that what kind of like Tebow when Tebow brought the Broncos to the playoffs?
Tebow Mania was running wild, man. And then he
Yeah.
got traded to the Jets.
Damn.
And then we put him up. That he was on the Jets the year of the butt fumble.
Yeah, but
He
Baker
didn't
Mayfield
play
is
that
something
game.
else,
And
man.
what then Steve got you a Tebow shirt?
He got me a Tebow jersey after that playoff run. To this day, one of the funniest things that's ever
Do
happened
you
to me.
still have it?
Yeah, I still do have that. I still do have that Tebow
Oh,
jersey.
I love the package. The best is the phone call.
Oh yeah, I called him like, what the fuck?
I had texted our sister. I said, "What's your address?"
That's great.
I got
I'm
a package
sending
from
something.
Steven Barretto. I'm like, what? What is this?
That's great.
And I open it, I'm like, wow, it's a fucking Tebow jersey.
Was it like a Tebow 15 jersey?
Tebow 15
Yeah.
Jets jersey. It was like right before they switched over to Nike. So it's still a
They
Reebok
did-
jersey. So he
Reebok.
fucked
It was
up.
literally like I
2
ordered
days.
it. No, I ordered it. I fucking ordered it. I'm like, yeah. And then the next day, NFL switches to Nike. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you fucking serious? This is the day after. The day after I buy the shit.
If it was a
fucking
Nike one, I'd be rocking
now.
that shit all the time because the Nike ones fit so well.
Those Reebok ones look ugly.
Trash. They have the really long sleeves.
Yeah.
Like even
Like
if you
the
get-
Peyton Manning sleeves. Like,
Oh, it's
fuck
like
outta
even
here.
if you had the game worn jersey, you still have the really long sleeves. Like I have a Nike game worn Geno Smith jersey that fits like a fucking dream.
I was pissed off, and the jersey wasn't even for me. What the fuck? The next fucking day, they really switched to Nike. The next fucking day, I buy the fucking jersey. Like,
I only
there's
have
no fucking
2
way.
jerseys.
I have a Geno Smith jersey. I have a Darrell Revis jersey. I have a Tebow jersey. I have a Favre jersey.
Whoa.
I had a Curtis Martin and Wayne Corbett, but I don't know what happened to those. I want to get a custom Curtis Martin one, but yeah, that's what I have. I want to get a Mark Gastineau jersey too.
Yeah, I only have the Tom Brady jersey, and then I have the Seattle Seahawks 12 jersey that's signed by the whole team.
Queer.
How many of yours is signed?
I just have a Vince Carter New Jersey Nets jersey and a Darius Smiles Clippers jersey.
Oh my god!
I will be purchasing a Jason Tatum jersey. All right, that's it for the.
I will
jersey.
too. So
Parker.
back to Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield is the truth.
He's gonna win the MVP one day.
Not for his play, but even though shout out to Baker Mayfield who's been playing about twice as good as he has been all season. Now that Hugh Jackson's gone, but I appreciate the slander on Hugh Jackson.
Oh yeah.
And he doesn't give a fuck what
Does
you
not give
think.
a single fuck.
Didn't he like
Went
backtrack
to a
and
bet-
apologize though?
No.
Nope. He did the
He
opposite.
Refuses to. He doubles down.
That's what
I
I
was
love
listening to
about him.
something about Shannon Sharp. It's like, this is the person we know all the time. You know, the nutsack grab and the thing and out, whatever. He goes, that's what Baker Mayfield really
Oh, I'm
is.
sorry, Shannon Sharp, who talked all the shit in
so-
the fucking world. Wow,
Listen,
he's got
listen.
a room to talk.
The nut grab thing, I was never
Love.
against because he
Loved
wanted to
it.
shake.
I loved
the
it.
people,
I loved it,
and then,
too.
you know,
I
at the
loved
beginning
it.
of the game, the captains shake hands. They didn't shake Baker's hands.
And he just
So
grabbed
I-
his nuts and was like,
I had
fuck you.
no problem with that. I'm like,
Love it.
fine. You know what? You don't shake my hand because they shook
You
everybody
guys are a
else's
fucking
hand except for
basketball
Baker.
school. Watch basketball.
I love Baker
Listen,
Mayfield.
for people who never.
They shook everybody else's hand
But
except
his.
Baker.
But his. And
Yeah,
he
so
just came out
I'd
there
be
clapping.
tight too.
Oh, I loved every minute of that.
Yeah.
Every minute.
For
I
those
had
who,
no problem with that.
for those
And
who
I don't
never
even know what the big deal was because he did fucking clap.
You can
hands
talk
with
over him,
Jackson.
Alfredo. You do know this.
He did start speaking first though. So.
that's why I stopped.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
for those who like never played high school or college football,
You can't even do that shit.
like not isn't even that like when the captains go up to shake the other captain's hand on opposite team, do you know kind of shit people be doing walking up to the center line? They spitting in their hands,
Oh, yeah.
grabbing their balls.
Oh yeah.
Like,
You-
yo, that's why I never did. I always
You know
gave,
what
always
Baker
gave pound.
Mayfield's
I
pref-
never shook hands.
You know what Baker Mayfield's press conference is going to do? It's going to bring free agents to Cleveland. Because people are going to
yeah.
be like, I want to fucking play with that guy.
He's electric. I'll say that. The only reason they beat us is because nobody had tape on Baker in the NFL and like good play calling and all that stuff. Like, great, I'll hold that L. But I will always admit to Baker Mayfield being as fucking electric as he is. I will always give that to him.
I love.
He's
If he was on the New York
personality.
Jets, I would be shitting my pants right now. I'd be
Baker,
honest. Yeah, I would
I
be
just wanna
honestly
tell
shitting my
you.
pants.
You won the second string quarterback job. I just want to tell you that.
I'm so glad Baker decided to shit on everything.
Gave him a handshake, not a hug. Get the fuck out of my sight.
I don't give a fuck about that. He gave him the handshake. There's nothing
That's all
different.
you need. That's all you need.
That was it. He didn't need anything else.
At least he
But,
shook
like,
his hand.
Everybody's trying to shit on Baker for being upset that he's on the Bengals. Like, you have every right to be upset.
Yeah.
Like, you were a bad head coach. You tried to get the whole team to buy into everything you're spitting. You were spitting absolute bullshit from day one. And then
And
you
you
go
gotta
to then you
remember-
go to the enemy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but didn't Hugh start on Cincinnati anyway? Like, didn't he strive in Cincinnati in the first place?
He did, but
Sorry,
it's
got
like,
most of his
but the
job.
thing is, you just spent X amount of years.
Because Cincinnati loves Hugh in general. The
Great.
whole
No,
city
nobody
would
else
come.
does.
That's why Cincinnati's a losing city. So
Yeah.
who cares?
But listen, here's the thing, though. Baker's coming from college where you hate your rivals. He's not used to, like Deion Sanders said, he's not used to people, hey, how's your family doing before the game with your rival. He's used to, Oklahoma State, oh, no, fuck them. Texas, fuck them. He's not used to that environment yet where you're like, oh, how's your family doing?
Yeah.
Exactly. But it's like, it's okay to be upset.
Right.
It's okay to be mad at that. Like, he was not a good coach. He shafted Baker from the minute he got in there.
And then he went on Undisputed and was like, I would have taken Carson Wentz. And Baker's like looking at it like, dude, I'm this fucking franchise right now.
Yeah.
You wanted to take Carson
I
Wentz?
literally brought you one of your few wins that you had in this city.
Literally like 33% of your wins came from me.
Literally.
Dang.
Oh, no.
Literally.
What was he? No, 330. So, 66% of your wins came under me.
Yes. You should be kissing the ring, even though there isn't one.
Yeah, I know.
But, like, I'm totally okay. Your players are allowed to be upset. You went to the enemy sideline. Granted, you have your history, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You're allowed to have a job, whatever. Do not expect to just act like it's family and love. It's not love. It's not love. Some players hate people.
Yeah.
And hate their coaches. It's okay.
And you never let him take first team snaps through the freaking training
He literally
camp
tried to
preseason.
sabotage Baker Mayfield before his career even started. You're allowed
He
to
tried
feel
to-
slighted.
He tried to Jeff Fisher, the first round pick.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is even Tyrod or Tyrod now?
He's still in Cleveland.
He's backup.
He's back up.
Because I haven't heard shit from him.
He's back
Yeah,
up. He
well,
lost his job.
You're not going to hear shit from Tyrod. He's not that kind of guy.
Tyrod's going to stay there. Tyrod's on a 1-year deal?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think Tyrod goes to like Tampa or some shit?
Tyrod will be a backup again. He's not going to start again.
No, you think so? He's
If he starts, he'll be a transition starter, just like he was here.
okay.
He'll be a transition till the next thing.
No, he's going to make his runs around the AFC East. He's
Or-
going to be the Dolphins quarterback.
No, or he could be the transition Giants quarterback until Tua comes out.
It's going to be Dolphins or Giants.
He only lost
Dolphins,
his job
Giants,
because he wasn't
Bucks.
being aggressive enough. He wasn't being aggressive
Yeah.
enough when he was in.
This is a
He was
quarterback that
starter.
carried the Bills to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And literally,
So he's solid. He's a
Started.
solid.
He's
He
a
started a good
good
culture
quarterback.
in Cleveland of being like a great role model for Baker Mayfield.
he's a veteran.
Doing that, doing what he did in Buffalo was amazing.
Especially
no
with what he
fucking
had to work
receiver.
with. He had the only good weapon he had was Shady.
The only shitty thing is that playoff series where it was like, dude, get a field goal and you fucking win the game. You win. You're not just getting to the
Yeah.
playoffs for the Bills. You're winning the playoffs.
They lost to a Jags team where Blake Bortles ran for more yards than he threw.
That's
And that
crazy.
game was what, like 6-13 at the end?
Something
Really?
like that. It was ridiculous.
Holy
Blake Bortles
shit.
ran for like over 100 yards and threw for like 80.
That's
Like there
ridiculous.
was like nothing in that game. That game was so boring to watch.
One of the worst football games I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Probably like that Carolina-Arizona game a few years ago where that fucking dude stepped in for, what's his name? Dude that just retired from the Cardinals.
Carson
Carson
well, I know
Palmer.
who you're talking about.
Carson Palmer, yeah.
It was the third string quarterback.
Yo, I'm surprised Colt McCoy's
Their
still
backup
in the league.
was decent.
Colt McCoy's a
he's on
solid
Cleveland,
backup
too.
quarterback.
Stanton.
Yeah, Drew Stanton, yeah.
Colt McCoy's a solid backup quarterback.
Because when I think
I've always been a fan of Colt McCoy.
because when I think of Colt McCoy, I think of 2007 for some reason.
Yeah, because of Texas. Hook 'em.
Horns.
Hook 'em. I've always been a fan of Colt McCoy. I always want Colt McCoy to do good. Fun fact, former quarterback for the Browns.
Fun fact: Colt McCoy is a pretty dope ass quarterback name too.
All right, what else we got?
Uh,
Just let me know. We're going down a wormhole.
Baker Mayfield. Oh, touchdown celebrations. I've had this on the dock for the last like 3 weeks, and we
The
never talked about
limbo
it.
was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
No,
I
my
love
favorite is
Limbo.
the Seahawks one a couple weeks ago where they had the synchronized dance in the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
That shit
rowing?
was
Oh,
great.
no, not the
Yeah.
rowing. Oh, you didn't see
They
their
had an
synchronized
actual
dance?
dance.
They had a synchronized dance routine.
That shit was
That
good.
they literally did. It was perfect.
They spun together.
They spun together. They lined up. They spun together. They did the correct hand motions. They
Oh
had,
yeah.
yeah. That is easily the best touchdown celebration I've ever seen in my entire
It was from
life.
3 weeks ago. Yeah.
It's literally my favorite touchdown.
Now
celebration
there's
I've
another
seen in
one
my
this
life.
season that was really good.
Limbo was fantastic,
I like the one where they were in like pretending all to be canoes and they were freaking.
and they were going real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there was a touchdown celebration recently when a team did it, and then when they landed on Mars, NASA, they did the same handshake.
Oh yes, that was fuck.
It was that Kansas City game. I think they. Oh wait.
It was a fucking long ass handshake. Really good, really good. I like that. But who else had a good touchdown celebration?
Oh, Amari
Oh, the,
Cooper.
the
Amari
LA
Amari Cooper doing
Markelle
Markel Fultz.
yeah, that was
savage.
hilarious.
Wait,
Savage. You didn't
Oh, you didn't see that on
Oh, Hunter was
Thanksgiving?
working.
Was
Oh
Hunter
my
working?
God. So I did nothing on Thanksgiving. I sat in the back of my warehouse waiting for people to come pick up TVs with the door open. So I was real cold, but I was watching football. Amari Cooper scored a touchdown against the Redskins. Everybody lined up like it was a free throw, and he just went.
Yo, how about the Allen Iverson one?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah,
Iverson.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That was awesome.
That was so
awesome.
good.
That was so good. Oh my god.
These celebrations this year are ridiculous.
I like the Allen Iverson crossover one. That was good.
Oh, they
Did you do it? I can't see.
didn't do it yet. Not in here. But no, that's the Markel.
Damn it!
Sure it
You
is,
just
it is.
did. You fucking moved your phone. At the,
There it
So
is.
good.
It's coming.
So good. It was these celebrations this year are absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely
Oh, shit.
phenomenal.
Yeah, that Allen Iverson one was my favorite.
And then Markel Fultz played it on TV. It was like, "Good shot, boy." He's a shit show.
Hey, Amari Cooper made his shot.
oh my gosh!
Damn.
I feel like now we're talking about Fultz more than we should be talking about him more, because that is so disappointing for a first overall pick.
All right, let's do picks, and then we'll see if Steven wants to stick around.
He does not.
We'll see, because he seems to be into it. So let's get the picks out of the way. That way he's like, you know what, I'm tapping out.
I at least stay until this thing we have a sponsor for.
Cool. All right. Carolina at Tampa Bay.
Carolina.
The Black Cats.
Yeah, Carolina. Sweet.
Chicago at New York Giants.
Shy.
Chicago.
The Bears.
All right, another clean sweep. Buffalo at Miami.
Miami.
Me. Yo, wait, Steve, really quick, since you live in Florida, do girls from Miami really say that? Like me or whatever? Like those bougie ass girls?
No one says that shit.
Okay.
So who's everybody going
That
to
was
Miami?
that was just in a song. I'm going to Buffalo.
Ooh. Miami.
$1. Give me my Lone Ranger. If you've been paying attention all season, I have yet to pick Miami in a game of the season. And it's staying that way.
Indy at Jacksonville. I'm taking Indy.
Indy.
Shout out to Andrew Luck being a sleeper MVP pick.
Did we not talk about this?
We did. No, we didn't talk about this to start the season. We talked about this a little bit, I think, last week.
No. We talked about before the season. I said fully healthy. Who do you want?
Oh yeah, obviously,
comeback player of the year.
Comeback
Yeah, we
player of the
did-
year.
we talked about
about
that
that,
sometime.
but we didn't talk about what he's doing right now.
I'm going to say Indy.
I don't know. Yeah, we haven't talked about
It was all
his
pending
season.
his health, and now that he's healthy, they have an offensive line. They're running the ball more. T.Y.
He's going to be the
Calling
best.
a-
He's going to be the
They're
best
calling
quarterback
a
in the
good
league in 2 years.
offensive line
The Colts
scheme.
are back. The Colts are back.
Andrew Luck might be the best quarterback talent in the NFL right now because Aaron Rodgers is like kind of falling off a. He's going off
Andrew
like a
Luck
little
has
bad
more
league.
touchdowns than Drew Brees, and about 30 less yards,
Second in the league in touchdowns.
but only.
And
the only
T.Y.
difference-
was hurt for a few games. too.
Exactly, and the only reason nobody's talking about him all crazy is because he's not 8-1 or now 8-2.
Andrew Luck is ridiculous, man. Colts
That's-
fans are so fucking lucky.
And that's why you suck for luck.
Yeah.
Cleveland at Houston. Houston's hot as
Houston.
shit right now. I don't think they lose another game for the rest of the season. Give me Houston.
They'll lose another game, but not this one. Texans.
Give me them hot Browns.
Really?
So, you think he's going to feel dangerous against these pass rushers?
I woke up feeling dangerous. Dude, that's a new soundboard, man. Baker
Feeling
May-
dangerous.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Thank you.
Arizona at Green Bay. I can't pick Arizona.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
And shocker,
Bay.
Fredo's picking Green Bay. The Rams at Detroit. Shocker, I'm not picking Detroit.
Rams.
The Rams.
Rams.
Denver at Cincinnati. I'm going with Denver.
Denver.
Yeah, Cincinnati does not have Andy Dalton, so
And they don't have AJ Green.
AJ Green is
He's
going to
coming
play.
back.
AJ Green is gonna play.
He's going to play?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, he's got Driscoll throwing the ball. Still taking Denver.
AJ Green back changes that whole thing.
No, it doesn't. They still don't have a quarterback.
Yeah,
Dalton's
Jeff
not
Driscoll.
even that good anyway.
Dalton's good
Dalton
enough.
just
Dalton
knows where to put
was
the ball.
balling this year.
Dalton and AJ Green's a real good connection.
They've been balling.
It's just,
Wait, is Dalton hurt?
Yes.
he's done for the year.
Oh, he's done for the year?
Yeah, fuck up
Yeah.
his thumb.
I'll give you the other team.
Denver.
Broke his
Yeah.
thumb.
Baltimore,
Ligament in
Atlanta.
his thumb.
Ronnie Lott would have chopped it off
Team
and went back in
Baltimore.
the game.
Well, good thing he played
Yeah,
defense.
well, he needs to throw the ball.
Baltimore and Atlanta.
ATL.
Baltimore.
Really?
Lamar Jackson.
Give me LJ.
You know what?
Falcons.
All right.
Hold up. These are one of these Alfredo picks that I kind of agree with now. Yeah, give me Atlanta.
Oh, you're scared?
Scared, huh? Sure.
Hey, you're scared. You switched your picks late in the week. So did Dylan. That's why I
Jets
got
at
that perfect
Tennessee.
week.
I'm never picking the Jets again.
You only 10 us.
I'm going with Tennessee.
Boo.
Titans.
Those powder blues, baby.
Kansas City
Yeah.
at Oakland.
Oh,
I didn't even make my pick.
We all knew who you were picking.
Killer Crips? No playing Casey.
well, Mahomes going to cost like $10,000 on freaking DraftKings. Give me
Oh,
Kansas
yes,
City.
he is.
It's Chiefs versus who?
Oakland.
Raiders.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I'm not even going to say it.
Seattle at San Fran. I'm going
Seattle.
with the Seahawks.
Give me
Oh,
those
wow.
Hawks,
Dylan
baby.
picked the Seahawks.
I picked the Seahawks before.
Hey, you said you weren't going to pick them again.
No, I never. I said I was never going to pick the
You've only
Giants.
picked them like
The
twice.
Jets.
Was here. I'm picking Seattle.
I've only picked Seattle maybe 3 times at the most. I didn't like most of their matchups. Fredo, who you picking?
Oh, Seattle.
Okay. Minnesota at New England. Give me the Vikings.
It's in
Skull.
New England. Give me
Skull.
New England.
Skull.
I don't think I've ever picked the Patriots this year. So
You
I
have.
I have. I
Kirk,
haven't picked the
Kirk
Patriots
Cousins is not ready to meet his dad.
Don't worry, that defense is though.
But according to Fredo, Kirk Cousins got better stats than Tom Brady this year.
You know what I hate this
When
week?
you compare them.
You know what I hate this week is the love fest between Mike Zimmer and Bill Belichick going on, and they're all talking about each other's players. Like Mike Zimmer's like, Sony Michel's a really good back. I wish we could have drafted him. And then like he's also like, I wish we could have drafted Stephon Gilmore. And I'm like, stop sucking each other's dicks. Bill Belichick was talking about a white player, surprise, Harrison Smith. He's
Kirk
like,
Cousins, he's a cheese grater. But he's not playing the Packers, so I'm taking the Patriots.
Fredo?
I said Patriots.
All right. That means I did a thing.
well, Alfredo, this is your measuring stick. If Anthony Barr ends Tom Brady's season, then then you got your answer there. But if he doesn't, then Aaron Rodgers is just like a paper mache. So.
Chargers at Steelers. I'm going with the Chargers. Joey Bosa looks
Say
great.
that, dude. You're gonna fucking curse your own
I know.
quarterback. Who does that?
The loss of Melvin Gordon sucks, but the gain of Joey Bosa is
You're gonna fucking
so
kill
good.
yourself if Tom Brady
Steelers.
has a torn ACL because of Anthony Barr.
Yo, if it happens, I'm gonna be. I would honestly chuckle a little bit because I know
You
what's gonna
fucked
happen.
yourself.
Yeah,
Steven, Chargers or Steelers?
I'm gonna go Steelers.
Chargers.
Joe Bosa's looking good.
I'm gonna take the
Joe Bosa's
Steelers.
looking real good.
Bosa's back.
This
But
one's
that
hard.
Steelers
I
offense
was
looks
gonna
good.
pick the Chargers because
Bosa's
I think
back.
they're a better team, but Steelers are at home, and Juju's been balling, so I'm gonna go Steelers.
Damn it, Alfredo! Let me get one.
We
of
got a
these.
split. Shout out to all the refs throwing flags at players lately. Super funny.
Dude, you know what I never knew? Who was that left tackle for the Raven or that
They
tackle
got
for
hit
the
in the
Raven?
eye.
They got hit in the eye with the flag, and he was like the best. He was like one of the best tackles of all time, and a ref just fucking threw a flag in his face, and he got blind in one eye.
Yeah.
And the best part about it, or it's not the best part, the worst part about it is that his dad was blind growing up, so he said he told his wife like, I never want to be blind, and then he just got blind, and then he divorced his wife,
Wow, that sucks.
and then he died in 2011.
Washington versus Philly.
Rip.
Give
And
me
now his
Philly.
son
Oh.
is a tackle for the Ravens.
Is Ha Clinton
Washington versus Philly. Side note: the Brittle boys are going to be calling this game.
Wait, are we all calling it? All three of us?
I'm down. I'm
All
down. Monday night.
You're
Steven-
Booger. You're Booger McFarland. I'll be
Fuck you.
Jason
You're
Wynn.
booger.
No, I'm Jason Wynn. Fuck you.
No. How
And
about
Steven's that other dude that goes,
how about we're
oh
us?
my God.
How about we're
I'm
us
not
and we mute
play-by-play.
them
I'm
shits?
fucking analyst.
We mute the fucking TV because they suck.
They do
and
suck.
y'all can listen to us call the fucking game.
Well, yeah, this is a public announcement, guys.
Monday Night Football's trash. Jason Witten, loved you as a tight end. You are fucking garbage.
He
as a
can do
personality.
no wrong.
Except for this. He does this wrong.
He is terrible.
Eagles.
He called a touchdown. It was a drop pass. And he could actually see. We can't. So he actually, like, the camera didn't pan it, and he got caught, like, not looking at the field. He was like, touchdown,
Monday Night
and it was a
Football.
drop pass.
We got to do our stats.
Steven, who you taking?
I'm picking the Eagles.
Hunter?
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Eagles.
Eagles. Eagles.
All right.
One of my biggest fears doing that is spelling Eagles wrong.
Well, good thing it's very difficult.
E-G-A-L-S.
Oof.
HIV.
ALS.
All right, so before we move on to the next thing, I want to do a quick update on the winners pool. I did it. I finally am not in last place anymore. My
Yeah.
team started to win.
It's good.
I am excited.
Was
And
this
third
NBA
place?
or NFL?
this is the NBA winners pool.
Oh, we didn't do the NFL one.
We just did the picks.
What's the power ranking?
No, but the rankings for the NFL.
So for the ranks of the NFL, I fall in third place. Hunter is up by 1.
In the winners pool?
So for NFL. So
Oh,
Steven's
I'm second?
112.55-2. Hunter is 101.66-2. I'm 167-2. And Fredo's 97.70-2.
I thought I was behind Alfredo.
No, you had the best week. You
Hell
lost
yeah.
3 games.
Hi, Hunter. Make some good picks.
You lost 3 games. But, yes.
Not good
I'm not
enough
high
to
this
catch
week,
your old
so-
faithful.
Steven, the game's for second place now.
I'm not high this week, guys, so I'm going to make some terrible picks.
All right. So for the NBA winners pool, Hunter still in first place with 82.
I'm having a great week. I'm actually very appreciative.
Hunter has
this week.
one team that doesn't have double-digit wins,
Wow.
and that's the Knicks.
Scraping y'all. Didn't I have the second overall pick because Alfredo wanted to pick the Rockets?
No, you had the first.
Oh,
You
I
had the
did?
first, yeah. That's why you have Golden State.
That's right.
So Hunter with 82, Steven with 79, me with 70, Fredo with 69.
So I'm ahead by 3?
On Steven, yeah. Fun fact, I have 2 teams on my list that have 5 wins and below.
Damn.
I just have the number 1 seed in all the NBA in Toronto.
Wow.
Toronto with 18 wins. Oklahoma's finally winning games with 13 wins. The Lakers finally winning games with 11 wins. Washington won a few games at 8. Charlotte has 11 wins.
Shit. Wait, who did I pick that Fredo picked and then we split it?
What?
We like in the picks before, he picked somebody and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna switch to that one. Oh, was that the Ravens?
I deleted it, everything. All I know is you won most of you won more. than
No.
all
I'm
of us.
saying like right now, like this week.
Oh, that was the Ravens.
All right, give me the team that you got.
All right, so you took away my Lone Ranger. You're a fucking puss.
No, how was it your Lone Ranger when I split it? With
I
Steven?
Lone Rangered.
That Ravens?
Yeah, you all picked Atlanta.
Yeah, we picked Atlanta.
Oh yeah, give me the Ravens.
Y'all picked Atlanta.
No, but there was one that I like split with Fredo, and then because
Chargers?
did I split with Fredo?
Cleveland, Houston.
What did I take? Cleveland?
You took
You
you
Yeah,
picked
fuck
the
that. Give me
Browns.
Houston.
You Lone Ranger.
Yeah, fuck that. Give me Houston. Fuck you. Now that I know that Dylan's in second place. Hello, Dylan. All your picks are my picks.
Don't worry, I have 2 Lone Rangers.
All
right, well, I hope you
come
don't get-
after me.
I have 2 Lone Rangers, and you're gonna fuck up somehow.
Who's your Lone Rangers?
I have Minnesota,
Okay.
and I had Baltimore.
So those are your 2. But I have
All
none.
right.
You have 1.
Yeah, you're a puss. We both picked Miami, and we literally have. Hold on.
Oh, Lord.
No, we all have the same picks.
Okay.
You're a fucking puss. Yeah, you're a big ol'. Nope. We're split on the Chargers.
Oh, I picked Steelers.
You pick the Steelers.
This is gonna be the matchup.
That's
You're ahead. I'm ahead by 1.
Yes.
Okay, so if you get that one, then we're tied.
Yes. If I get my Lone Ranger, I take back.
Okay. All right.
Yes, so back to the NBA one really quick. Fredo, your number 1 pick is the second worst team in the Western Conference.
Second worst team in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
Oh, we picked the Rockets.
Yeah, the only team that's better, that's worse than the Rockets is the Suns.
Damn. Wow.
Oh, 9
Holding me back.
Fucking Draymond Green lost me at least 3 wins because he wanted to call Kevin Durant a bitch. Fuck you, Draymond. I could have had a 6-win
Houston
lead.
9, Portland 13, New Orleans 11, Minnesota 11, Miami 7, Orlando 10, Brooklyn 8.
What's mine?
Hunter, Golden State 15, Philadelphia 15, Utah 10, Indy 13, San Antonio 10, New York 7, Memphis 12. Steven, Boston 11, Denver 14, Milwaukee 15, Phoenix 4, Dallas 10, Detroit 11, the Clippers 14.
Wow.
Best team in the West.
Yeah. Especially because Golden State just lost tonight to the best team in the NBA, the Toronto Raptors.
They're a
by
good team right
3.
Doesn't really
No,
matter.
I'm just saying. I'm
Loss
just
to
saying.
loss.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying they won by 3.
Don't we have a sponsor to get to?
We do. I'm glad you mentioned something, Steven.
Cannonsday.com.
I have 1% battery on my phone, so let's make it happen.
Now let's take a little cruise and give a shout out to the Regs. Shout out to Cannonsday.com. Shout out to Carter 5.
This isn't plugged in.
Shout out to
David Deal,
Friend of the show.
friend of the show.
Miles Leonard.
Myers Leonard, friend of the show.
Yep. Shout out to Roman Reigns. Fuck leukemia.
Yep.
Oh. It was just work. Plug it in your computer. Never mind. Plug it. All right, everybody, it's time for the Marshawn Books official point calculator sponsored by JumpShotTherapy.com. JumpShotTherapy.com. Yeah, I fucked that up.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. But this is
All
what
right.
you get for doing it live.
We always do it live. Now, we're here. We're here with loved ones. And a man who said this guy was going to average 22 points.
Still.
Quick heads up, his point average went down from 6.7.
5.3.
6.1.
Damn. All right, everybody.
Get that wax ready.
All right, everybody, this has been the Marshawn Books for. I watched Hunter's head do the head bob and it fucked me up. The official Marshawn Brooks point average calculator is sponsored by JumpShotTherapy.com. JumpShotTherapy.com for all your sporting news.
I had to shave it.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
But I'll be back by the time we wax.
Bye, Steven.
Signing off.
Nobody cares.
Hang up on that bitch. Yeah.
Now the real podcast to start. What's up, real viewers?
Real viewers. All right. So
Not Steven's coworkers.
there-
Who somehow always agree with him.
about everything.
Everything.
No, it's not. It's good. What the hell? Let me reopen the document.
But I am your guys' favorite person. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for the feedback.
Y'all ain't shit. All right. So now we're getting to the NBA stuff. This NBA season so far, we are finally at the quarter mark, and it is one of the crazier seasons I've seen in a little while.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The
That's
fact
pretty
that the Clippers are the
Number one
team
They won again today, too.
in the Western Conference
Doc Rivers is coaching the hell out of the team.
is ridiculous.
See, this is like the first time Doc Rivers could fucking coach a team that doesn't have 3 All-Stars on it. He could actually, like,
He has a
do
bunch of
something.
role players.
yeah.
I don't think he has a bunch of role players. I think he has solid players.
really
a
good
couple.
players.
He doesn't coach rookies well, but Gilgeous Alexander
He's really solid.
is
That's a
taken to him.
That the 76ers traded away.
Yeah, he's taken to him. And Tobias Harris is in a contract year, so he's obviously looking for some
Balling
money.
out, yep.
But they're
Boban is balling.
they're playing real well. Gallinari's in shape. They are playing.
He's not injured finally.
real well. Real well.
Montrez
that was the guy from the
Harrell, pretty good.
Harrell
Montrez Harrell, yeah, he's doing pretty good.
playing real well.
Lou Williams is doing Lou Williams.
Lou Williams always did Lou Williams.
Is
The
Michael
problem with
Porter
Lou-
out for the season?
He's out probably for the whole season. Yeah.
Who?
Michael Porter.
Oh yeah, no, he's
Relax.
not coming back this year. No.
Me saying Michael Porter Jr. gonna make it easy for you to remember?
No. The thing is, Lou Williams is always Lou Williams. The problem is he was putting up empty numbers on suck teams
Yeah.
for a long time.
Like that Lakers team.
Like Zach LaVine's doing in Chicago right now.
Yeah.
So crazy season. Markelle Fultz has officially come out and said, or his team has come out and saying that they're open to being moved because he needs a fresh start. What are some trade packages you think that, or what can they get from Markelle Fultz? Before we say what we can get, I want to remind you guys that Darko Milicic was traded from Detroit for a first-round pick. Before we just start to try to devalue Markelle Fultz completely. Because at the end of the day, he's still, what, like 20, 21?
Not even. He's
Not
like
even 21?
22.
I think he's
So
20.
the Cavs for Kyle Korver was a big possibility until Kyle Korver just got traded.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Was in here was Kyle. They tried to get Markelle Fultz.
Yeah.
They tried, but
A lot of people are saying now J.R. Smith for Fultz.
The Wizards.
I was gonna say probably Otto Porter.
Nah, you can't take on that contract. You just took on Jimmy Butler.
wait! I said this on Twitter. I'm not sure if you guys saw. Kent Bazemore for Fultz.
Bazemore makes a lot of money.
Yeah, but Philly has money. This is Bazemore's contract year.
I know, but I don't think they'd want that. Bazemore is also like
Because
not that
Bazemore
good.
wants out.
Wait a minute. Phoenix. They're looking for a point guard.
That's the
Yeah,
place.
but I don't
thought.
think he'll compliment Booker.
For Dragon Bender.
Charlotte,
4.
Kemba.
No.
Want to know why? You take on the expiring contract. You make a run. Charlotte's not going to re-sign him.
Kemba's doesn't have that much salary too.
Exactly. He's on a good-sized contract that you can move Fultz and I think one of their rookies on their bench, a couple picks.
Fultz's
Get
cap
Kemba.
hit's around $6 million. Kemba's is around $10 million. So you got to make up $4 million, but they have no bench.
Exactly. Like they're working around it anyway, but it's like grabbing Kemba.
The playoffs are about to be a huge problem for Philly, I think.
Yeah.
Because the playoffs are going to be like, okay, your main starters are doing this, but the bench, like people with like
I'll
a
tell you
strong
what, Jimmy
bench get
Butler's
fucking-
saving them, man.
Oh, yeah, for
Jimmy
sure.
Butler's saving
Yo,
them.
that game winner against the Nets.
Against
Butler's
Butler's also
cried.
injury
Such
prone.
a piss poor shot that he took.
Yeah, he was
And
lucky.
Rondé Hollis
He did
Jefferson
two
guarded
nights in a
that
row.
too.
I was about to say it's the same shot he hit back-to-back nights, but the difference between the second one is Hollis Jefferson was
in that
his
ass,
face.
yeah.
The only thing he could have done differently would have been go for the ball, which he could have done. He could have tried to make it
Yeah.
difficult on that, but he couldn't even cover his face. I don't even know what he was doing, but he was smothering him, which was ridiculous. It was great defense the whole way through.
Yeah, for sure.
But that was just a good shot.
I was upset.
Yeah, but he's also injury prone, so
Yes.
he's got a lot of miles.
If you had to give MVP to one person right now in the league, who do you give it to?
Giannis.
Kawhi.
I like that answer, but Kawhi's only played half the games.
Don't matter. What he's doing right now is kind of crazy.
There's an argument I can make for Steph Curry.
I don't think he'll get it just because he's on the Warriors.
You see how
I
valuable
think
he is, though?
here's the thing. This is exactly where I'm going. You see his value right now to this team.
Because when Steph is playing, you're like, holy shit, the Warriors are...
There's a threat, another threat. on the
But
floor.
it's like everything's just peaceful. Like when Steph's playing, it's like, damn, now we can go back to playing basketball.
He's the
because-
world's greatest teammate.
But don't you think because of the friction between Draymond and KD
Honestly,
is
if I could
reason
choose
why?
between having Steph as a teammate and having LeBron, I'm
taking
choosing
Steph.
Steph.
Everybody likes to play with Steph. The thing is, when Steph's on the court, if that whole lineup's on the court, the game opens up for everyone.
Yeah,
You see how difficult. This is the hardest I've seen KD play since Russell got hurt.
really.
Easily.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he put up 52 tonight, but it's a hard 52.
Yeah.
He's been getting bailed out by Steph and Clay
Yeah.
for the last 2 years.
I still think Clay's out of here after this year.
I don't.
We're gonna talk about this later.
Yeah,
but I have
but-
opinions.
Like Steph is the glue for that team. Steph is Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
And I
He
think
brings so much
that's
confidence on the court.
and I think that's why KD's like, all right, I'm
Yeah.
done. The thing is, like, what we're seeing with KD now, the way KD's playing right now is pretty much what it's going to be like wherever he goes next year.
Oh, yeah. He's going to the Knicks.
Unless he goes to an established power.
So do you think Kemba and KD go to the Knicks?
No, can't afford it.
They have cap.
Great.
Yeah.
Porzingis is a free agent. You lose him. You have to dump Courtney Lee's contract and Tim Hardaway's contract.
No, Corley Lee's definitely gone. Porzingis still has his exception
They can't give him his exception.
because he's
They
injured.
missed the extension already. They missed that had to be done by a certain date in the beginning of the season. He's a restricted free agent. They have to offer him like a contract.
I still think they could still get them unless they could trade away Hardaway. Because I feel like
But he has a contract on him.
Oh, you can still. There's going to be a team that's going to absorb that.
There's going to be no like you'd have to get a team who's trying to actually go into a rebuild to take that. The only
Orlando.
team I could think of, Orlando's not going through a rebuild. Or do you see how Orlando's playing right now?
Yeah.
Vucevic is playing out of his mind, and Aaron
Yeah, he
Gordon.
is.
Aaron Gordon's probably gonna be on his way out soon.
No, I think
because
Aaron Gordon stays.
he's having too many games where he's putting up goose eggs and not even on the court. Like they're playing a team game down there. They're not going to take on that contract. The only contract I think Orlando even tries to get rid of is Terrence Ross, and Jonathan Simmons. But they'd have to get rid of too many pieces to even get the money back to make it work.
Because those Knox and Alonzo guy, they're pretty solid. They're pretty good.
Yeah, but
They can make up the loss for Hardaway.
Do you want to put up a bunch of young guys with KD and Kemba? No. And then you still have to get Porzingis.
I think that
There's all your money. That's all your money, and then you have nobody else.
It's fine.
No bench.
Canner could come off, and Canner's solid.
Great, so you have a big who can't shoot. He's going to resign.
Who?
Cantor.
Oh, yeah.
He's a big who can't shoot.
He got a midi. He's working on his threes.
He's not a threat to pull
Just a
out.
post big.
He's a post big. They don't have a bench. No bench at all. Trey Burke is going to make too much money. They're going to have to get rid of him.
Oh, yeah.
Frank Ntilikina is still on a deal. He's probably going to get traded.
Moutier.
Moutier makes too much money. He'll be out too. Like they have to restructure that whole Knicks team.
Yeah.
Especially want to keep Porzingis. So you either get KD Porzingis or Kemba Porzingis. That's the only way that's going to work. But like going back to Steph Curry, KD understands what it is. He's like, all right, I dealt with this for a little bit. I got the taste of winning. Let me go be the man now.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to win alone.
No,
me
neither.
I don't think he's going to win alone. He doesn't have that. He's a great player, but like we all know what his legacy is. He's the guy who left a team that could have won a championship
they're one team
to go
away.
join that team that lost and be Steph Curry's teammate.
Yeah.
Who was one win away from the finals
Exactly.
of beating like a really easy to beat Cleveland team.
Exactly. So
Big chest move.
shout out to Steph Curry for being that guy. You win MVP just based on your significance and importance to the team. But in all actuality, if I'm giving my MVP, I'm giving it to Joel Embiid.
Giannis.
Joel Embiid is the best player in the Eastern Conference.
Over Giannis.
Giannis is even better than Kawhi.
He's playing better than Kawhi right now.
Kawhi only plays half a game and is still better than Giannis. Only thing with Giannis is he's got a way better supporting cast this year.
And a way better coach.
It's the same coach at the end of last year.
No, it's Budenholzer.
Yeah, it's a different coach.
Oh, it's a different coach? Okay.
Yeah.
But
Kid
still,
was last year. Now it's Budenholzer.
Budenholzer took over at the end of last year when he got fired.
didn't. No,
Who took over?
Budenholzer was in Atlanta until the offseason.
Who took over for...
It was an
It's a
interim.
fucking white-haired white dude.
All right. So, new coach and new supporting cast. Literally, they added so many more pieces to that Bucks team. It's ridiculous. And he's still not shooting threes.
He doesn't need to.
He doesn't need to because he could get to the basket in 2 steps. But Joel Embiid is literally putting up numbers similar to what Shaq was putting up in his first year in LA, which is MVP numbers. He's averaging like 23 and like 13, which is nuts. 50% from the field, I think like 80 from the free throw line, and like 30 something from 3.
You know what's kind of crazy is people are saying that Jason Tatum is having a sophomore slump, even though he's averaging more in points, rebounds, and assists.
But are they winning?
No.
Yeah.
They're not really winning. They're only 3 games away from the Nets. They're not winning games. Right
They're
now,
gonna hit their stride.
if the playoffs started right now, they wouldn't be in the playoffs.
They'd be the 8th seed.
You're correct. They'd be at the bottom of it, which is something I actually want to talk about a little bit. But like, I hope you all read the article I sent
They'd
to
be
you
the 7th
guys
seed right
about Jalen Brown.
It's a long season. It's a marathon. But
We're a quarter of the way through.
Some people are treating it as a race. It's a marathon to the.
So the
Like
playoffs.
LeBron, I'm not worried about the Lakers. I haven't said shit about the Lakers being in trouble.
I ain't worried about him because
Like
LeBron's
I'm not worried
has
about the
experience.
Celtics. I know the Celtics.
I'm worried about the Celtics.
I'm not.
I am.
I know around
They have
playoff
too much
time, they're
talent
gonna
on
be
that
good.
team.
I'm not worried about them.
They're gonna
in
find
this-
the right starting. Like right now, they did Kyrie, Marcus Smart, Gordon Hayward. No. Actually, it was.
They started both Marcuses.
Yeah, Marcus
Morris.
Marcus Morris and Gordon Hayward came off the bench. It was Jason Tatum, and then it was Al Horford.
I think if
that was a great lineup. It was a great defensive lineup.
It's great for
too.
now. You're gonna have to keep shuffling through. The problem is,
I think if the
They're gonna
Celtics
find
are going
the
to get
right
anywhere, they have to do 5 in, 5 out.
like they're not gonna be as high of a seed as they thought, and they're gonna end up in a bad matchup.
5, 6.
I don't think so. I think it'd be all right.
I don't think they.
I think they can handle any team in the East. I think the East is so wide open where I don't think it's like it's so wide open since LeBron left that you're not like, okay, this team's gonna make the finals. I'm not sure if there's a definite.
There's 2 teams I don't think Boston will match up fair against in a 7-game series at all.
Indiana is one.
No. That would be a very good matchup. I don't think they'll match up with them. I think Boston will still handle that. Milwaukee and Toronto are the 2 teams I feel like that in a 7-game series.
Milwaukee, the team that they beat last
It's
year.
a different team, Hunter. Please shut up with that. It's
What
a
do you mean
completely
different team? Don't tell me later in the season when they fucking suck and you're like, oh, I meant different team that way.
No. How much more depth do they have right now?
They got a good amount of depth.
So they
But
added.
I still ain't worried about Giannis. Like,
So they added
on
Brook
the-
Lopez, who's a stretch 5 who could go in and out and give you 20 points on any given night.
Yep.
They added Ersan Ilyasova, who is a scrappy defender, can
And a
knock
three-point shooter.
down 3-point shots and score like a motherfucker. Dante DiVincenzo off the bench
Solid.
is a fucking baller. Malcolm Brogdon is actually healthy the whole season and not just coming back
Yep.
into the playoffs to be able to go into it. Chris Middleton is balling out like a
Eric
motherfucker.
Bledsoe.
Yeah, that's something
Eric
I'm worried about.
Bledsoe. He doesn't have to worry about Terry Rozier. He don't even play.
And then they have Tony Snell, solid.
Tony Snell off the bench too. They have depth. That is probably one of the deepest teams in
Chris
history.
Middleton's probably their
Henson
best
is
player every
long.
time they
Don
face the
Maker's
Celtics.
long.
The thing is, since Terry Rozier isn't going to be playing hella minutes, who's the one guy who killed the fucking Bucks last year? Scary Terry.
So if the
And then you
playoffs,
get Kyrie.
if the playoffs were to start
Terry
right
Rozier
now,
was more of a ferocious defender than Kyrie is.
No, I mean, but offensively, like
Offensively, but Terry Rozier also made
in all the Bucks
Bledsoe
games
looked like
last
a
year,
bum.
fucking Kyrie made the whole fucking Bucks team look like trash.
this whole Bucks team in a 7-game series. I'd be scared of because they have depth and they have a big that can stretch out and pull Horford away.
I said the matchups.
But you know what? Until
The
Aaron
only team I think the Celtics would actually handle is Philly. They would
Giannis,
handle them.
Giannis
Stop saying
and
Giannis.
whatever, fuck it, I don't give a shit. Giannis and fucking Joel Embiid, like Aaron Baines is living like rent free in their head because they
Giannis
hate that
actually-
motherfucker.
Giannis actually is knocking down some jumpers. He's
No.
He's
Aaron,
insane.
like they want to dunk on Aaron Baines so much that sometimes they go out of their way to like help the team win. That they're like, let me dunk on that motherfucker.
You know what the difference is between this Milwaukee team in a scenario like that than last year's Milwaukee team? You have vets that are going to say, cut that shit out. That shit's not going to win us games.
Yeah, you don't have old ass Jason Terry.
You don't have Jason Jet just be like, yeah, get him. You got Brook Lopez who's going to be like, all right, man, just calm down a little bit. Got fucking Big Bird on your sideline just like.
I think the Celtics are gonna be all right. I think they're taking a ton of like good shots. Like Brad Stevens is calling like great offenses for the team. It's just that like I think it's gonna take a little bit more time for them to gel. But once they hit that stride, it's gonna be fucking wild. They're gonna hit like a crazy streak.
So let me do my thing where I shit on the Celtics really quick, or I shit on Jaylen Brown really quick. There's a real famous Boston Celtics fan who's starting to agree with me on Jaylen Brown, about how he's playing like.
Is this Bill Simmons?
It is Bill Simmons.
Bill Simmons is not a real fucking Boston fan.
Oh, please stop. He's the realest Boston
he's
Celtics
not.
fan I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, he's not. He's so LA. It's so fucking atrocious.
And you can't even defend the way Jaylen Brown's playing right now. He's not playing well at all.
Not at all.
And like, there's an article literally written about how Boston has a Jaylen Brown problem, and it's everything I've been saying. Just it's from another source that's a little bit more reputable than me. And then he actually has instances where it's like Jaylen Brown gets all of his points in transition and off of spot up shooting.
He's a good spot-up shooter.
But they're not using him in that way.
Yeah, well,
They're trying to use him in
be like
different ways, and he's not that offensive weapon. And every time I said that, you guys got mad at me and got mad at me and got mad at me.
No, I never said that he was a shot creator. I said like the things that he's good at is one spot up shooting because he can't create his own fucking.
He's
thing.
just a defender for me. That's it.
He's a 3-and-D guy. He's
Yeah.
a 3-and-D guy, and he gets his points in transition.
He's
That's what you do.
a poor man's.
And for the past few
Tony
games
Allen.
before he got hurt, they were actually using him that way, where he was just a spot up shooter and it was working out. Then he got hurt, and now he's He's like nursing a fucking.
But my thing is, the problem is I don't think they should have recognized it sooner.
Right. Well, sometimes it takes a season. They're trying to figure out what rotations.
But why did I see it last year and the head coach is just saying it now? And it's not like I haven't been saying this forever.
They were using him that way last year too.
Yeah, but they stopped. But they weren't using him like that anymore. Like
I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
That's Brad Stevens. Don't ask me.
I'm not saying this to get you riled up. I'm saying like I'm right, and I want to be told I'm right.
I will never tell you that.
I got my validation when I saw the Celtics had a Jaylen Brown problem. I was like, I win.
Yeah, but Jason Tatum is gonna be like he's gonna be a top.
The problem with
with
Jason Tatum right now,
he's taking long twos.
he's not just taking long twos. I think he has too much of the I don't give a fuck in him. Where he's like, I'm the best player on this court. I'm gonna say like,
No, because he's finally getting that. Because last year he didn't.
I know, but sometimes it's not a good thing.
So you think he's alpha with
Like,
too much ego?
No.
No, he doesn't have ego.
He doesn't have ego at all. He was like, I'll come off the fucking bench if you guys want me
ego's
to. But
not
he's
his
too good.
thing. I think it's his ability to score anywhere on the court is kind of like he's finally coming into his own, and he's not figuring. He's
like a little budding Kobe.
He's not picking and choosing when he should be taking those shots.
He's like a little budding superstar. Like he's still taking those shots
Think
that
about
superstars are going to take, and
Kobe.
he's making about a good amount of them.
Think about Kobe when he lost Shaq. How many shots a game Kobe was
Oh
taking?
my god!
It's a similar situation without taking as many shots, where Kobe was just taking a lot of bad
However,
shots.
what they're doing right now is they're giving him the ball to end quarters, and he's draining
He
them.
needs that's part of development.
He's so it's so fucking ridiculous.
He's
how
so far
clutch he
along
is.
for someone in his second year.
Oh, for sure.
He's
so
so
far
fucking.
along.
He doesn't give a fuck what it says on the clock. Like if it's like, that's why they've
If
been
he thinks
giving
he
him
have
the
it,
ball.
he's gonna take it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why they've been giving him the ball
That's
and
the
like
mama mentality.
Yeah, the end of the quarter because he fucking makes it because he could be posted up and then he'll be on the 3-point line and he's like, you know what, fuck it, dude, I'm taller than this dude, I can fucking shoot over him and I can make it.
The only problem I seeing that being is you have two guys with the mama mentality on your team at the same time.
I fucking love it. And they play so well together.
Until there's actual adversity.
But they play so who cares? They're playing so well together
No,
right now.
I'm not saying, but I want to see how those
Until
two
Pitch,
personalities.
give it right now.
No.
Right now they're playing so well together.
I'm not saying they're not. Relax. I'm talking about
You said until Just
they
enjoy it in the
hit
moment.
adversity. Let's see how it happens. Let's say they go into a playoff
This
series.
is adversity.
This is not. This is coaching woes. This is them not figuring out how they're going to use all the talent that they have, which is the problem I said they were going to have when Gordon Hayward was coming back.
Kyrie literally said, "Fuck Thanksgiving" after a loss.
And
this
then
is
he-
adversity.
And then he reneged.
And then he reneged on it. Come at me with that same energy.
And do you think that that Michael Jackson thing is fake?
What?
When he was like going forward and sideways and shit.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
totally
just
fake.
Yeah.
That camera angle looked fake.
That's totally fake. But yeah, you can't throw out that fuck Thanksgiving thing when he apologized and took it back.
It's adversity.
No, it's not. That's not the
And
same
then he
energy.
uploaded a really cool video of him and his dad.
Kyrie Irving should also stop talking.
No, keep talking,
Kyrie
Kyrie.
Irving, I love Kyrie Irving, but sometimes he's too smart for his own good, and he comes off stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of like Michael
We did
Beasley.
say fuck Thanksgiving, and I was just thinking yeah, that's right, fuck Thanksgiving.
And then he reneged on it. Stop talking. Stick to your point. I'd like you a lot more if you said shit and then just did
No. He said something smart on Twitter when he was saying sorry. He was like, I understand this is a time for people to get together or whatever, and families to spend time with each other. He was like, so I wasn't trying to discount that. But I think he actually means fuck Thanksgiving. He's actually part Indian. That's why he was
whatever. He reneged on it. Stop it. Yeah. He did not approach us with the same energy.
It's gonna be like the suck my dick thing where we went on 14 straight
48
wins.
when you get this. Yes, I love that. All right, let's move on from these guys until we get to the last part of this. What's Draymond Green's trade value? Or does he have any?
I don't think he has any.
Because the point, I was listening to Bill Simmons today, and
6 Nutter Butters and a cotton.
and he made a very good point to me. To me, I thought it was fucking fantastic. It's who could you trade Draymond Green for?
Nobody.
He's only valuable to one
Dude,
team.
Yeah. I think if he's not in the Warriors,
Do you trade you could possibly make a trade to San Antonio and let Pop have him? That would probably be the only other scenario he can have.
Yeah.
But at that point, who do you make the trade?
I don't think he's in the league if he's not in the Warriors.
No, I think he's in the league.
Well, he'll probably be a bench player.
He's already a role player.
But you know what I mean? He wouldn't be as good
He'd
as
be
he
a
is.
starting power forward on every team that doesn't have a starting power forward right now.
I don't think
Ooh,
I don't
that'd
think
be
I don't
good.
think Draymond is as good as people make him
If
out to be.
Oklahoma City put an offer on the table for Steven Adams,
No, they want to keep Adams.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I wouldn't take
who
it.
Who has higher trade value, Steven Adams or Draymond?
Oh, Steven Adams
You know
for
what
sure.
move I would do if I was the Warriors? Not like if I was the Warriors, but if I was like this particular team. Chris Middleton for Draymond Green, because Chris
No.
Middleton's in the last year of his deal.
No,
I fucking do it.
too valuable. Chris Middleton has way more shade value than Draymond.
You
I
take
do.
the ball out of Giannis's hands.
Yeah, so you got two playmakers.
Nah,
You want the ball in
You need
Giannis's
some
hands.
shooters. You need some
want
shooters
Giannis
around
to be the
Giannis.
playmaker on that team.
There's gonna be a point where all the
And you
bigs
have
can't be.
you have a bunch of playmakers on the team already anyway.
I know, but then you got another guy who can
And you
guard
also
1
don't
through
want
5.
Draymond to be the guy who's like, all right, man, I'm going to take this shot and fucking lose it. Draymond doesn't have much of a trade value, so it's like it's hard to.
What about him on the Hornets with Kemba?
That would be a very fiery team, but
Yeah.
I don't see it
but for
happening.
who? One the
Give him
one
fucking
of
Nicholas
the
Batum. Let's like get some fucking shitty ass contracts on the Warriors.
who Juan Camacho Hernan Gomez or some
Gomez?
shit.
Yeah. What about
Hernan
Draymond Green on the Miami Heat?
With Whiteside?
Get Whiteside the fuck out of there. He's a fucking bum.
Draymond and Deion Waiters would fight every day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Every day.
Deion
that'd be a
Waiters.
great
Deion
team.
Waiters is a fucking thug.
No, but then say who wanted to go to
James
Miami?
Johnson will be his ass. So James Johnson has a 3rd-degree black belt.
But does he have a 3rd-degree black belt in gangsta?
He hood.
Draymond Green goes to Sacramento and starts the whole. It's like a.
That would actually be interesting to see.
For who though?
It'd be like a Chris Webber.
Bogdanovich?
No, they'd have to give up a bunch. They'd have to give up a lot to get Draymond.
They're not getting rid of Hield. Definitely not Fox.
They'd get rid of Hield.
They'd get rid of Hield.
No, but Hield is balling this year.
He is playing.
He is, but they'd get rid of him.
Willie
I love
Cauley Stein
Hield.
stays.
They'd get
That's
rid
why I
of
still
him, too.
follow you on Twitter, Buddy Hield. Since 2016.
Who else
Actually,
is there?
2015.
Buddy Hield's better than Jaylen Brown.
Yes,
Buddy Hield.
I agree with that. And
When I made that argument to Hunter like 2 weeks ago, he was like, "No, he's not."
No, he's not.
He's better than Jaylen Brown.
He's playing better than he is this season, but he's not better.
He's better than
Let's
Jaylen
see who's on
Brown.
that
Just like
team.
Karis LeVert's better than Jaylen Brown too.
No, he's not.
yes, he is.
Wow, Nets bias here. What are you wearing? What are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing a Link
I'm
T-shirt.
pointing at somebody. I'm not pointing at you.
Yogi Ferrell's gone.
Brooklyn
Justin
bias.
Jackson's gone. Frank Mason, of course, is gone. Macklemore.
He has no trade value.
Let's see.
They'd trade Buddy Hield and Cauley Stein.
All right, what's the next thing? I don't want to talk about Draymond this long.
This unappreciated Grizzlies team.
Oh yeah, I think because now that they're healthy,
Until
Not
Mike
Marshawn
Conley
Brooks.
gets home.
Marshawn Brooks.
now that they're healthy.
Marshawn Brooks has no part in this conversation. Let's
No,
get
I
that.
know.
Okay, let's get that. Let's get that out of the way right
No,
now.
just saying like now that they're now that Marc Gasol is happy, and Conley is healthy, and Jaren Jackson is
balling. Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, Jaren
balling
Jackson
out.
is balling out.
Gasol is
They got
an
a team.
emotional lesbian. He is.
I accept that.
Why you got your coach fired because you had a disagreement with him? You pussy. I will never have respect
I mean,
for you.
if you're technically the best player on that team,
Which you weren't. Mike Conley's better than you.
Yeah.
but remember that I think he's still writing off that season where like he was like top 5 for MVP.
Well,
All right.
Marc Gasol. Get
So,
over
Yeah.
it.
the most underappreciated team in the NBA is the Grizzlies, along with their most underappreciated player,
Mike Conley, yeah.
Mike Conley.
Oh, the Clippers are the most underappreciated.
No, this Grizzlies team,
Yeah, for sure.
I think, is for sure the most underrated.
I was actually surprised when you said how many wins the Clippers had.
right, number one in the West,
that's crazy.
and the most underrated player in all of the NBA is Mike Conley.
yeah, for sure.
He is
And
Very
underrated.
underappreciated.
going through it, I was telling Fredo earlier, Mike Conley at one point was the highest paid point guard in the league. Never,
$142 million guaranteed.
never has made an All-Star team.
Nope.
Never has made an All-NBA team.
Wait, let me check that. He
It's-
made
it's-
second team, defensive. My bad.
Damn it.
Yeah, he's made a
Damn it.
defensive, but he's never made an All-NBA team.
And well, he's been in the league since like 07, right?
07. Never made an All-NBA team.
He's never averaged more than
Then-
15 except for 1 year.
He averaged like, what,
averaged
20?
20,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's literally one of the best defending point guards.
Oh, yeah.
Higher percentage shooting
Yeah.
point guards. Creator gets the ball to everyone. He was able to be on a team with Zebo and Marc Gasol controlling the paint. And was able to have them both be happy.
And Tony Allen.
Tony Allen's not a ball
I'm
person.
saying,
though.
but he was, you know.
Yeah,
he helped.
but no, like the personalities that were on that
I'm
team.
talking about that backcourt of Tony
Oh,
Allen.
that's his best defensive backcourt
Oh, yeah.
pretty much of all time.
Yeah.
And then having those two big personalities down there on the block and being able to keep them both happy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh. That's besides Steph Curry, he's a top 5. Mike Conley's a top 5 teammate.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5 teammate of all time
We got to make a list next week. Top 5 teammates that you would have.
that you would love to play with.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard signs deal with New Balance. That's the most appropriate thing I've ever seen in my life. And Fredo's like, New Balance, make a comeback. New Balance was never invited to the party. New Balance was that nerdy kid at school that never got into the party and then finally helped like one of the popular kids with a project and they invited him and he showed up like, hey, you're here. He's like, yeah, I never thought I would
Yo,
be.
you know what's funny though? I posted on Twitter. I say, yo, EA Sports NBA Live, you gonna put some New Balances on that bitch? And then shout out to my homeboy G-Rod. He tagged one of the devs, Donnie G. He goes, yo, so we're gonna have some DC flow in there? And then I think he replied like with like that winky face emoji.
Yeah. Guess nobody's going to buy New Balance basketball sneakers.
Who's that kid again that we talked about that he was supposed to go to college but from high school and he signed that 1 year, $1 million contract and he's
Syracuse?
and
Were you
he's
supposed to go to Syracuse?
Beasley? What was his name again?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And then he's doing like studies for like New Balance and shit like that, practicing, yeah.
Guess what? Nobody's buying New Balance sneakers.
Yeah, nobody is.
No,
Everybody's getting Puma now. Puma's hot.
Oh, Puma. Yo, those
Puma's got some good shoes, man.
those
They're finally
purple
got different colorways.
those purple ones are fire. Those black and purple ones.
This is what
I'd
happens when
wear
you
the-
get into speed.
I'd wear the Puma sneakers. Those are actually, in person, they look fantastic too.
I will not buy them. I only have Nikes.
My guy. My guy.
Adidas
I will
Nation.
not buy
I mean-
Pumas though, but I will watch from afar. I only have Nikes. And
Adidas
I
Nation.
will only get Nikes.
My guy. I like this guy. I fucking like this guy.
Look,
Fuck.
these white shoes that I got on, Nike. Blue shoes that I wore before, Nike.
Fredo, why don't you wear
Kyrie,
Nikes?
Nike.
Because I'm an Adidas guy.
Why? What? No. You had a reason. You used to have a reason.
I don't remember. I know because like how can I say? Because growing up, when I grew up, everybody wore Jordan and Nikes, and I just wanted to be different. So I was like, I'm gonna rock Adidas. Because when I was younger at the time, I thought Adidas is like one of those non-famous companies until I grew up.
No,
and
they're
found
very
out.
20-year-old
famous.
virgin isn't different, apparently.
They're very famous brand.
Yeah, but I didn't know that growing up. Because I grew up rocking fucking... I only had a black and white pair of Air Force Ones every fucking year. And then there's only 1 year I had a fucking pair of Nike Airwalkers. Because I had a skateboard phase. And then I've only owned 1 pair of Jordans ever in my life.
Ask Anna. I went to Foot Locker and then I went to Finish Line, and in both stores I said, I like these pair of Pumas and I love this pair of Adidas. And Anna was like, so get them. And I was like, no, fuck that. I'm gonna get the more expensive Nikes.
Janice's brother is a manager of a sneaker store, and he's always trying to get me to, like, I go in there when I need work sneakers. He's like, oh, yeah, get these. They're real comfortable. I was like, I'm sorry, do they have a swoosh on them?
Exactly.
He's like, oh, you get the Ultra Black Adidas. I'm like, I can't. He's like, why not? I was like, because they don't have the swoosh. They don't
I
wear,
love
they're not
Nike
Nike.
shoes. I love how they feel on my feet. I love how they look. Like these,
Not sponsored by Nike.
not sponsored by
Or
Nike.
Adidas. Or
I would love to
whoever.
be sponsored by Nike. Hit me
I'd
up.
love to be sponsored by Adidas.
Yeah, the podcast had to pick between Nike and Adidas.
We're picking Nike. We're a Nike podcast.
3 out of the 4 of us wore nothing but Nike.
Give me some Tims then.
You can wear Chuck Taylors.
Nah, because those shell toes, Adidas, oof, I love them.
Nike makes the perfect casual shoe, perfect basketball shoe. You could
Best
wear any
football
type-
cleat.
Yeah, these guys are not a basketball shoe, but they're worn by basketball players during games, even though they're a casual shoe.
Those
The
are
only
running shoes.
Nikes I like
No, these are
are
casual.
Really?
These are casual.
They got
these
the-
are not running.
They got like the boost bottom.
Yeah, but they're just casual
Super
shoes.
comfort.
But people wear these
I'd
during.
wear those at the gym. Those
the
are running
only
sneakers.
Nikes that I like are Air Maxes. That's it.
Fight me.
No, the most expensive shoes that you could buy and the hottest shoes that you could buy are all Nike. I don't want to fucking go for like an old ass pair of Adidas. I don't give a shit about that.
I
care
think
about
the basketball sneakers are definitely Nike has the best athletes.
the Nike foam posits are one of the biggest fucking shoes.
But aren't they heavy as shit though?
They're a little
They are.
clunky. They're a little
They're
clunky, but they're
clunky.
comfortable.
Yeah, they're a little.
The most
clunky.
comfortable shoe I ever wore was the only pair of Jordans I ever wore.
Which are
I don't even remember.
You had those
Air
Team
Force
Jordans that the white kids had.
All I
huh?
remember were they were all black, and the Jordan was silver on the side.
Yeah, you didn't wear no number Jordan. You
used
probably
to-
wore one of the active wear ones or one of the
Okay.
Team Jordans, which the white kids used to wear in school.
Okay,
I have a
probably.
pair of Air Force One Patriot shoes.
Of course
that
you do.
have the Patriot logo on it, and it was I built it on Nike ID when I fell in love with Nike like 7-8 years ago.
Yo, I still haven't worn my fucking customized Dame 4s yet.
I actually wore a pair. One of my old pairs of work sneakers was the Dame 3s that were the holographic that turned purple when light hit them. Those were
dope.
super comfortable.
So
Ever since then, I never doubled down.
I have these guys. I have 2 pairs of Kyrie 4s. I have the LeBron James Soldier.
Yeah, I never got into the Soldier line. I don't like those.
I liked it. And I like
The
how they
only
look on my
LeBron
feet.
shoes I like are the 15s and the one that look like Iron Man.
Because I like shoes that when I'm looking at a shoe and it looks thin at the top, because I have like, I don't know, I just don't like shoes that look like fat at the top. Like,
So you
right
like
at the
you
toes.
like narrow.
I like narrow shoes. So when I saw these guys and when I saw the LeBron James Soldiers, I was like, dude, I gotta get my hand on those guys.
Yeah, I have the LeBron 11 Everglades. I have the LeBron, I think 12 or 13 lows that are like the Seattle.
That's a heater.
my heater. That are like the Seattle Mariners color. I used to get every pair of KD sneaker every year.
But do you know all sneakers?
Most sneakers.
What are those I forgot what brand they are. They were they're based off the ship flags. They're blue.
Ship flags.
Yeah.
Yo, the sneakers I got on right now, they're still a really good price.
I'm not sure if they're
Those
New
aren't bad.
Balances.
I have to take it.
Oh shit!
What? Let me see.
They got them in all black. I'm getting it for work.
Ha! You're the worst. What are those green ones?
Oh, those look hella sick.
I like those. Those are $50.
The gray ones are pretty good too.
Yeah, I have the KD 11s in all gray, which are some of my favorite sneakers. They're very difficult to put on because they're all Flyknit, but and their laces mean nothing. But they're incredibly comfortable basketball shoes. I still wear my KD 5s that I've
I'm gonna
had
buy this
for
right now.
literally like 7 years. I have a pair of Jordan 1 mids, a whole shit ton of
I love the
Roshis.
sneaker talk. We should do this.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't been. I'm going to buy a new pair of running sneakers tomorrow.
Could I have? Oh, hold up. Could I? As a side note, could I have this? Can I wear this?
Yeah, you can wear those. Why can't you? Those are all black. Kristen being the Nazi she is. It's all black. It's fine. They let me wear my Dames that would literally turn purple in the light.
Oh shit! But now I feel like I gotta be a role model for these guys.
You're wearing all black sneakers.
I don't
It's
know.
fine. I was a role model for you guys wearing purple shoes. Nobody said
Moses
shit to
led the
me.
way in those purple.
Because I
Dames.
got away on a
Wait a
technicality.
minute, Damien. Those Dames were not Nike.
I know. I said that. I said that.
traitor.
I was like, that was the only time I wore them, and I was like, I'd never get another pair of
I did not
Adidas.
have a non-pair of Nike shoes. in
I
my
also
closet.
threw those away. I have
damn.
I have a couple pairs of Hirachis that I wear for work.
Oh, I love Hirachis.
Roshis are my favorite running sneaker. I have a couple pairs of those.
I guarantee if you wore these, you'd probably run them a lot.
I probably would because they got the nice bounce. They got the nice boost at the bottom. That shit's super comfortable. But if it came to lifting, I couldn't wear those because they don't they absorb shock as opposed to like help support.
Actually, they support your heels very
Not
well.
as good as like training sneakers do.
Here, put this on your right foot.
I understand how the fucking sneakers work, man. Like if I were wearing like these versus like Hirachis are great training sneakers because of lifting and how close you are to like with the center of
Yeah, it's very
gravity,
supported,
and they're not shock resistant. Running shoes are shock resistant because they're designed to hit the floor and like absorb shock.
Dude, y'all go on Finish Line. They got the greatest fucking deals right now.
Of all time.
Too bad
Yeah,
I'm
look at
broke.
these fucking
Let me
deals.
see these.
Dude, these are all the ones I
Oh,
favorite.
Reebok.
Too
You
bad I'm
fucking
poor.
clown.
No, I went through and I liked a
Puma
bunch of,
hybrid.
I went through. I liked a bunch of shoes. Did I buy them?
Free
The only
trainers.
Jordans I like are the Jordan 4s.
I haven't bought a number Jordan in a couple years.
I will be purchasing the PG 2.5 PlayStations.
If you get a pair for me, I'll pay you.
I am going to
And his Spizikes are pretty nice.
Spizikes are overrated.
Saturday morning.
If you were to grab me a pair of those, I will give you the money.
I will try to get 2. I am trying first to get 1. What is your shoe size?
10.
Okay, I'm 10 now.
Dang, got small as feet.
I'm sorry, we're not giant men.
Actually, so in Nike, I wear size 10.5, but any other shoe, it's like 11 for me.
I'm a 13.
Nikes are super true to fit.
Oh,
They
these
used-
are the ones I'm talking about.
Oh, the New Balance?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
The Kennedys, I love these.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're so rare.
But you're hating on Nike. What the hell?
Don't hit on the best brand of all
Yeah,
time.
don't hate on the fucking swoosh.
I'll slit your throat in your sleep. And I'll do it in the swoosh label too.
Because when I was...
I'd get the Nike logo tattooed on me. That's how much I like Nike.
Oh, God, do it.
I love Nike.
I'd have to do that to lose a bet. I'd have to have some incentive.
I literally said I will pay more money for a fucking Nike sneaker
Than any other.
than any other. Yeah, I'll buy like I went to Foot Locker and Anna was like, "How much is this shoe?" And I was like, "It's $180." And she's like, "How did you know?" And I was like, "I see it online every day." And I'm like, and I know that I want it, and I'm not gonna buy it, but one day I will.
I literally will, like, even Janice, she'll wear nothing but Nike, and Jaden owns anything else but Nike sneakers.
Can we talk about the PG 2.5s for a second? Because that is probably one of the greatest basketball shoes out right now that nobody's talking about.
Paul George has a very comfortable sneaker. Very comfortable sneaker. A lot of people are balling on him too.
His university
And Kyrie.
red.
Kyrie's
shoe?
a pretty
Kyrie's are very comfortable too. I've never played them, but
Oh no, Kyrie 4s are very comfortable. But this is the one that if you don't get the PlayStation one, this one's the one to get. Because that's a very sick fucking sneaker.
The only Kyries I want are either the Cinnamon Toast Crunches
And then these
all
ones
the
are
cereal
tight, too.
ones
The cereal-
that are hard to get.
or the
Those Kyrie 4 Bruce Lee ones were pretty tight too.
Those are based off the Kobe's.
yeah.
The Kobe Bruce Lees that I want so fucking bad.
Or I'll get the caution tape Kyries.
I never balled a pair
Kyrie
of
5s
Kyries.
are sick, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, they got some sick.
My problem is I don't ball indoors anymore, so I don't want to spend money on
Yeah.
sneakers.
That's why I'm not balling in my Dame 4s because there's a.
I'd ball in those. I'd be okay with that. But like I wear my older sneakers to ball outside. Like my KD5s
wear,
are still
like-
still perfect condition.
I'll wear like my old Nike SBs to
Mm-hmm.
go fucking play basketball because I'm not wearing my Kyrie 4s to get fucking scuffed outside.
But what website were you on?
Finish
Line.
Oh, you
They
put
got
that in your
hella
pairs next
great
to all your
deals. Shout out to Finish Line. Foot Locker has some shitty deals.
They always have. I hate shopping at Foot Locker, dude.
Foot Locker has some shitty deals. Sometimes they got the hookup. Sometimes they don't. But Finish Line,
Most of the time
you
they
guys
don't.
had a great holiday season. It's still continuing. I will buy another sneaker tonight.
Not sponsored by Finish Line.
The same shoes I got on, but in black. I'm gonna buy them tonight.
Not sponsored by Finish Line.
Or Nike. But we love you, Nike.
I'll sponsor you. We'll sponsor Nike.
Yeah.
Nike.com sponsored by JumpShotTherapy.
Finish Line, we will be your podcast sponsor.
Hit me up, Finish Line.
Yeah.
JumpShotTherapy at gmail.com. JumpShotTherapy at Twitter. The Hornets show interest in Bradley Beal.
I don't really want to talk about basketball anymore. I just kind of want to talk about shoes now.
Well, we could finish this up and then talk about fucking shoes. Hornets show interest in Bradley Beal.
That's only if they keep Kemba. They have to keep Kemba and Bradley.
They'd be able to make that move regardless.
Oh my
if he
God,
stays.
that would be
They could pay them
crazy,
both.
guys.
One, they could pay them both. Not a problem. And if they were to bring Beal in, Beal is still going to work well with whoever they get
Yeah.
in there to replace Kemba anyway. So not going to make much of a difference. That'll be a move that could push them to another thing.
Do we talk about Dwight Howard today?
Oh, I was about to mention that. First off, wait, real quick. What's up with people from Atlanta and
No,
Atlanta in general?
No, please
Can we
don't.
not generalize Atlanta, please?
No, because it happened to it's always Atlanta when it comes to this. What's up with Atlanta and trannies?
I don't know the correlation of this.
Me neither.
Bobby Valentino. First off,
I knew Bobby Valentino, but you
First
only,
off, Atlanta statistically, and this is not any kind of bias, statistically has the highest rate of disease and trans and homo. I don't know what's the correct way to say politically.
Homosexual.
Yeah, homosexuals
You-
statistically
You could
You
say
could say gay
homosexual.
dudes.
of like so something about Atlanta
cocksuckers.
where like this is all in correlation. Like I bet Dwight Howard and Bobby V got to be hanging out.
They be in the same gay sex parties.
Yeah.
Whole
Yeah, somebody made a
Okay, we went down the road.
and somebody made a compilation
We
of
went down.
Dwight Howard suspect moments too on YouTube.
shocker. Those have been around forever.
Yeah.
We all knew Dwight was suspect. We all knew Dwight was super suspect. The problem with this, I kind of feel bad for Dwight.
I do feel bad for him.
I don't feel bad because apparently this pastor is like harassing this person.
And he also like threatened the person.
Yeah, like you're
And
dead.
the pastor is going to the sex parties.
But it does suck that he doesn't have that like
pastors fuck
freedom.
little boys, so it's okay.
We're not generalizing a religion here.
Pastors fuck dudes. They do.
Well, Catholic priests.
Fuck boys. Anyway, yeah, I feel bad for Dwight because like I don't kink shame.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna like the same way I'm like, yo, get your bag how you can get it. I'm also like, get your nut off how you can get it. Like as long as it's not like really fucked up. Like love is love, and if you're into like dudes and stuff, be into dudes. Be proud. But like Dwight's got like 12 kids.
Yeah, he does.
And like 11 baby moms.
Yeah.
And like
and they're all legally.
Dude just wants to fuck without getting
dude
pregnant.
just wants to fuck.
And they're all legally not allowed
But it's
to
also
say his
like
name.
it's also like. Have you guys ever heard of instances like I listen to a lot of like celebrity podcasts and like comedians and shit. Have you guys ever heard of instances where it's like after a while having sex with just like with women, you want to try something else?
Can't relate.
It's very popular in like Hollywood circles. They just keep it really on the down low.
Swingers and shit.
No, swingers is completely
Just
different
like
than this.
Like Hush Money?
Sammy Davis Jr. and all those guys that used to have like sex together.
like let's say John Mayer, for instance, right? Body is a Wonderland came out and he smashed so much puss, and he probably got like 500, had sex with 500 women. And there comes a point apparently with you get so famous that you get so bored with just pussy that you're just like, let me go fuck a dude. Like that's it. That's
just
a thing.
because you can.
That is a thing.
I'm good.
And guess what? He's probably, if you ask him how many people he's had, how many women he's had sex with, he'll probably say, I've had sex with over 700 people. People. Not just women. People. And some people just get involved. Dwight got a lot of money, made a lot of money in his career, very popular dude, has mad kids.
I can't imagine.
Let me
child
stop
support.
fucking things that can get pregnant. Bang. There you
Didn't
go.
Paul George impregnate a stripper?
Yeah, and he tried to pay her off.
Oh boy. What's the next one?
But
Wait,
it's like,
and didn't Dwight get caught going to like a hotel party with a bunch of underage girls?
he got away with it. He got clear to that.
I think Dwight Howard is an underage girl.
And yeah, sometimes you're just into it. I feel bad because he's into something and now he's getting exposed for it, and it's gonna be difficult
here's
in
the
an
thing.
NBA locker room.
Like I don't like.
Has he played since?
No,
injured.
he's hurt. So it's all coming out here. Good thing he doesn't have to face the locker room.
Yo,
Because
did
that's
you
going to be
see
a very
those
difficult
memes?
thing. It's going to be a very difficult thing to face a locker room after something like this happens. Like, bro, what are you doing? That's what
Especially with
everyone's going to
John
be.
Wall in there.
John Wall's going to rip him to shreds.
Do you see that John Wall meme I said?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's, I feel bad for him. He's like
But
getting
here's
his
the-
rocks off and like he's having a good time, and then like he's like, let's keep it on the down low, and then nah, this person
But
is
here's
just
the-
like, ugh.
You guys know Charlemagne the God, right?
Yes.
So he has said something about like that community LGB whatever
LGBTQ.
whatever, and he said like it's crazy how like when like they want all like they're all about equality, but as soon as something comes out, they try to attack that person for for their sexuality. Like they try to weaponize their community.
They try to weaponize it because it's brought out to be a bad thing, and they're trying to like fight against it. Like I get,
But
what
you
the fight
shouldn't
is.
banish. You shouldn't.
They can't banish anybody.
No, no,
but,
I
like,
mean,
you shouldn't bash.
That's what I meant to say. You shouldn't bash
but
somebody
they also
for being a
shouldn't be
certain way.
But the thing is, like they bash because they're attacked, so that's their way of retaliation.
But that's not gonna work.
So somebody
So
said,
you know what stops it completely? Them getting bashed. They don't. The LGBTQ does not need to get bashed.
have you
That's
guys
the way they do.
have you guys seen this one where it was like tonight you'll be guarding Dwight Howard?
Oh yeah. I've seen that one.
Oh, hold up, real quick, because I don't think it was
Because
on
the Nets are the first basketball team to have after an openly gay man came out and played. And I don't know how it was like in the locker room, but I could only assume there's a difference between being gay and
His
then-
jersey sold though.
guys.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think we honestly, I think everybody saw this story this week and felt really good about it because I think good things really do happen in this world sometimes. And it's pretty crazy that, like, I don't think it was on the docket for today, but I'm going to bring it up. Shout out to Kent State recruit Kalen Bennett,
Oh, yes,
the
absolutely.
first player with autism to get
Let's,
a D1
Oh, yeah, I
basketball
saw
just derail
scholarship.
from the transvestite stuff.
Yeah, let's get away with that because that was some good shit. That actually made me smile over the weekend, and it was like a really rough weekend for everybody in retail who was like working Black Friday, but that honestly made me smile.
You know what else made me smile? Steph Curry calling up Under Armour when he got the tweet about the girl complaining that his sneakers don't come in girl sizes, and now they do.
Wow.
That's also like
And she said
that's
like,
bad. That's such a cool thing, man.
And then like stay in Oakland, and then like when the Curry sixes come out, she's gonna have like one of the first pairs.
It's such a cool thing to see people actively trying to do shit to better things.
Mm-hmm.
I fucks with that, man.
Yeah, me too. That was a really cool story actually, because now it's like you're seeing kids growing up now that have like autism and shit, and it's like, yeah, now we have something to look at. So that was pretty cool. That was just a quick side note.
I like all that stuff. All right. So, last thing on the docket. If the season ended today, who would be some of your award winners? And we can start picking apart some of these playoff matchups. That would end it.
MVP for me would be Kawhi.
Yes.
Giannis.
Yeah, I said Embiid. Most improved player?
It was Karras until he got hurt.
Yes, 100% was Karis LeVert. But now I'd probably have to say...
If the Kings win, I'm gonna say Healed.
That number for Heal, it's such a subjective number because his numbers aren't too far gone than they were.
I mean, he went from 10 to 18.
Most improved.
Blake Griffin?
Nah, he had the same stats. He's always gonna have the same stats.
Nikola Vucevic. Tobias Harris.
Kemba Walker.
Can we really say Kemba Walker, though?
Dude.
He's having a career year, but, like...
Julius
He's
Randle.
never been on this level.
Never. No, he's finally hit his prime.
Julius Randle.
No.
Jamal Murray.
You could put... I think that's someone... we could
Jamal
put up there.
Murray, yeah.
That's... This is a more difficult one. This is something we have to wait for the season to play a little bit more of. But Rookie of the Year is...
Doncic.
Ayton.
No.
I changed my mind. I said
Each-
Aiden at first, but
I've always been on Luka Doncic, and I'm surprised. I'm so happy to see him playing well. Like you like European basketball. I like the best of European basketball because I think that if you could play European basketball at the highest level, you can go play NBA basketball at a very good level. That translates, and Luka's doing that.
Alexander from the Clippers is having pretty.
Yes, Gilgeous Alexander is having a good year.
Yeah. Let's see.
Comeback Player of the Year.
Kawhi.
Nope.
No.
Comeback player?
Here we go. Underappreciating this man again.
Oh, Mike Conley.
Mike Conley. Mike Conley's
He's coming back from an injury.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not going to pick
Comeback
Kawhi for
player of
that,
the year.
yeah.
Okay. I get
I won't
it.
pick
Yeah,
Kawhi
He's
for
a
that.
comeback player, right?
Yeah. I honestly don't have one.
Mike Conley for me. Because there's no way anybody on the Celtics wins that award the way they're playing.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit for that.
I know. All right. Eastern. Actually, I want to do the All-NBAs. We'll do that after we do
Want to do
this.
a 6-man?
Yeah, Derrick Rose.
No, Derrick Rose is starting.
He hasn't been starting consistently. He's still won 6th Man of the Year.
Yeah, but he's gonna have a higher starting percentage.
No, he
30%.
won't.
So for me, it's between Schroeder and Randall.
It's still Derrick Rose. At this point in the season, it's Derrick Rose.
Yeah, it's Derrick Rose for sure.
All right.
Especially with Jimmy Butler getting traded and how they've been playing. Oh, Robert Covington has been playing great for the T-Wolves.
No, he's been about the same.
No, he's been playing great with them. What are you talking about?
He's been averaging the same amount of points.
Their
when he was on
defensive
the-
rating went up from like last in the
their
league to
team
first in the league.
Defense is what's improving. He's playing phenomenal.
Yeah, but he's playing a defensive-based team now.
That's what they are. They now they get to put it like Jimmy Butler didn't put
putting
that
the
much
locks
emphasis on
on
defense
them.
because he had to do so much on offense.
They're putting the locks on
Covington
teams.
isn't asked to be a burden, like carry the offensive burden, so he could play defense and be his 3 and D self that he is.
He's a great locker room presence right now.
So it's good to have.
He
Like
looks
now
like
you
a
can
papaya.
let Cat and Wiggins do their thing because you're going to cover on defense.
He's like top. I think he's the only player in the NBA right now who's top 20 in steals and blocks. He's great defensively.
All right, so once we do these playoff matchups, we'll do all NBA first team.
We're going up on 2 hours.
Good. All right, in the Eastern Conference,
In
the number 1 Raptors would be facing the number 8 Orlando
I was about
Magic.
to do this earlier, too.
The Raptors would sweep.
Raptors, Orlando, yeah, for sure.
For sure. And then we get to the matchup I think the Celtics would fear in this point because Milwaukee would have a chip on their shoulder from last year. And this would be exactly what happens.
And they have a better team than last year.
However, I'm not going to make this joke. Never
Yeah,
mind.
don't make the joke. Milwaukee Bucks at 2.
I got to make the joke. Giannis just only uses. Never mind, I'm not going to do it. Never mind. I don't know the basis.
Interrupt me again, I'm going to punch you in your throat.
All right. I'll try to figure it out.
Bucks versus Celtics. I think that goes
Bucks
into
in
this.
6.
I was about to say 6-game series. If that were to happen right now.
5 games.
This series here, I think, would be an upset.
No, really?
I think this could be one of a
76ers.
real big upset. 76ers at Charlotte. Or 76ers Charlotte could be an upset.
We say 76ers and 6.
I say Charlotte in 7. If Charlotte could get one more player,
If they get Bradley Beal,
they're it.
If they
They're
get
it.
Beal, I'll change my
They're
opinion.
it.
But
This Charlotte Hornets team is balling out. There's no answer.
I
for
think
Kemba
Kemba
Walker.
even said himself, I can't believe how good I'm playing this year.
I saw him do it in UConn.
Yeah.
He's
we're getting their primes later.
balling out of his mind. Balling out of his mind. He was always good.
He just made himself a lot.
Spoiler
of money.
alert. If the season ended right now, he's first team All NBA. There's no point guard in the NBA playing as good as he is right now.
Lillard.
No, not playing as good as Kemba Walker.
Putting up more numbers.
No, he's playing as well. That's it.
Kemba Walker's playing out of his mind. Kemba Walker is first team All NBA.
Well, it goes by win
if
shares,
Steph Curry wasn't hurt.
Steph Curry's hurt. Exactly.
Yeah, if Steph Curry wasn't
All
hurt.
the top point guards that are in the league right now have been hurt or haven't played a substantial amount of games. If you pay attention to all of that, Kemba Walker would be leading in first team All NBA, number 1 right now.
Damn.
Because the media would vote for that.
Oh, yeah.
So Dame doesn't get respected in the media,
Which is bullshit.
which he's great point guard, but he'll never be first team All NBA great.
Yo, boy, Mike Conley.
Mike Conley also could be first team All NBA, but they give it to Kemba.
All right, so first team All NBA.
We'll get to that, but I just want to do that because we were talking about the Hornets.
Oh.
And then, my opinion, the best playoff series that we're probably going to get in the Eastern Conference, Detroit at Indiana.
If
That'd be a good one.
That'll be a very good series.
healthy Oladipo, Indiana. Because Oladipo's out right now.
Give me Detroit in that series.
Yeah, give me Detroit.
You have a 2020 guy in Andre Drummond, and Blake Griffin's balling,
Yeah.
and Miles Turner sucks. Oladipo's that guy. He is that guy. But that would be crazy wild to see. That could be a 7-game series. That would be old school.
Hell yeah.
That's 2003, 2004 Detroit Indiana series where they hated each other.
Where Ray Allen
Is
and
Miami
Rip-
tanking for Zion?
No.
Miami has 7 wins.
They'll probably get like the 10th, 11th pick this year.
So once we get halfway through the season, you'll probably.
I
see
don't do
Miami
anything
float.
until about like January.
They'll float around.
Damn,
that
who's gonna get Zion?
I'm still going to say Cleveland.
It all really depends. I don't think Cleveland.
If Zion gets if Cleveland gets Zion, I'm fucking.
I have this weird feeling Atlanta's gonna get the number 1 pick.
No.
I have this weird feeling.
I
Atlanta's
still
gonna
have
get
a
the number 1
feeling
pick.
it's going to be Zion, RJ 1 and 2.
That's how it's gonna be. But Zion's going 1 regardless.
And RJ's going to
And-
the Suns.
And I don't think the Suns get the 2 pick. I think Cleveland gets the 2 pick.
Josh Jackson has been a humongous bust.
I think it's Atlanta and Cleveland. The Suns are gonna make a
Because I have a
trade.
feeling Bol Bol was Atlanta.
Bol is not gonna be in the top 5. He's not even in any of the mock draft top 5s that I've seen.
I've seen him go 6.
He's gonna be like
That's not top 5.
he's gonna be like
No.
Thon Maker.
Huh?
He's gonna be like kind of like Thon Maker, but
No,
he's got more
he has a
weight.
better jump shot.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
has no
more weight.
body. He's too small. If Steph Curry would be
He's
able to bowl
thicker
him
than
over,
his dad.
that's not saying much. His dad is literally an Ethiopian stripper. Sprinter.
He's from Sudan.
That's very hot.
It's literally. There's no way RJ goes number 1. Zion's playing way better than him right now in Duke, especially in the game they
Yeah,
had
but RJ's
tonight.
a better basketball player for sure.
But not a better talent.
Yeah, I know.
So All right, Western Conference. If you would have told me that in the quarter way through the season that the Clippers would be the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, I would have laughed in your face.
I would have believed it because they were
I
like
wouldn't have
12-0
believed it.
last year or whatever it was.
The first game would be the Clippers at the Mavericks.
Clippers in 6.
Yeah.
Clippers just got a team. I think the Mavs got Luka.
This is my favorite series that I'm about to name right now.
Ooh.
Denver at Lakers. Denver and Los
Lakers
Angeles.
at 7.
Nuggets.
I'd take the Nuggets in that series.
Jokic.
LeBron's great, but remember my prediction I said the Nuggets are going to eliminate a real good team in the playoffs in the first round.
LeBron's not going to mesh with this team before the end of the season.
Half these people, this whole team's getting traded. It doesn't make
Brandon
any
Ingram's about to get his ass traded.
He sucks. I'm glad I'm right about him. Warriors at Grizzlies.
Warriors in 5.
I think that could go 6 or 7 because of the
Because
defense that
if
Memphis plays.
Curry's healthy, Warriors in 5.
Curry has never played in a series against Mike Conley.
Really? Okay, so that's interesting.
When Curry was when they did match up with the Grizzlies in the first year they won the title, Curry dodged every starting point guard because they were all hurt. He dodged Mike Conley, Pat Beverly, Tony Parker.
Wow. All right, so I'm gonna hold
Mike
my-
Conley
And Kyrie.
and Kyrie.
Oh shit!
He played Kyrie for 3 quarters.
All right, I'm gonna hold my answer on that.
Mike
I don't know.
Conley is the best point guard matchup for Steph Curry.
Oh, for sure.
Because he's the only point guard that could guard him. Potentially.
Yeah, those Memphis games are always tight.
Because Memphis plays defense all around, 1 through 5.
I love those Memphis San
1 through
Antonio.
5. Because Memphis and San Antonio in the past were so
Fun.
similar.
So fun to watch.
So
too.
similar. Both very boring teams, but played the fuck out of defense. It was always
Zach Randolph was one of the best post players
ever.
ever. Yeah.
Then we got the Thunder at the Trailblazers, which would be a
Thunder.
very interesting
Thunder in
series.
6.
Thunder, yeah.
Very
Especially with
interesting.
Dennis Schroeder.
Schroeder, man.
I'll tell you, I love
Schroeder's
Schroeder.
perfect for that, man.
I love Schroeder.
Absolutely perfect.
That team's got a lot of dogs this year.
They need a
OKC?
wing. They need a wing in Portland.
Yeah, because Evan Turner's not doing it.
Oh no, yeah. If
Harkless isn't that good
Don't
If
be
the Blazers
surprised
get-
if Otto Porter gets traded there.
for
Melo's about to go there.
No, he's not.
no. I don't think Melo even plays.
Melo would
this
be the
year.
worst thing to happen to them. Melo would
Trailblazers?
ruin it. He
They
would
don't
ruin
want him.
that. They don't,
I think Melo's done.
he'll play another team.
He-
Come to Brooklyn.
thank
We
you.
want Zion. Mo Harkless, Evan Turner, and 2 second-round picks. Otto
I'll
Porter.
take that. Yeah, I'll take that for sure.
I think that's
Evan
it.
Turner is meme god among.
My name is Evan Turner from Ohio State University.
Yeah, that dude is fucking funny as shit.
I have
though.
peanut butter stuck in my throat.
All right, first team on NBA right now. So before we go on,
I'm skip
How many
on this.
guards? How many forwards? How many...
do we do a traditional power forward center, or are we just doing forwards and center? Because you're going to leave a real good player out regardless.
2 guards, 2 forwards, 1 center.
So,
You don't have to go power forward. You can go 2 forward.
okay. Who do you put at center? Because I put Joel Embiid.
Yeah, Joel Embiid. Yeah.
But you can also make the argument for Anthony Davis.
No, he'd be my forward
So you're going to pick Anthony Davis
as a forward.
as a forward as opposed to having any one of these guys. Giannis,
Yep.
Kawhi,
Yep.
LeBron,
Yep.
KD.
Maybe not.
That's where it's like if you do it.
No,
that
but
forward,
I'd
you
put
lose out
then
on
I'm
somebody.
no then I'm gonna use that forward spot for. Right now, who's the best forward playing? It's not LeBron. LeBron's
Giannis. The
No,
best forward in
I think by the
basketball
time
is
the end,
Giannis.
I think by the time the end of the season
I'm
happens,
talking about right now, though. If we're doing it based off of right now, this is the
actually, you know what? I would say KD. KD's been balling the fuck out the past like 3 weeks.
because the best forward in basketball right now is Giannis. There's really numbers support him, wins support him, and everything.
I'm gonna go.
supports him.
I'm gonna go in an offensive league. I'm gonna go KD because KD could score. I'm more scared of KD when we like. If I'm facing up against KD or Giannis, who am I more scared to play against? KD.
Well, it all depends on which KD we're getting. Are we getting KD with no Steph and Draymond, or are we getting KD with the rest of the killers around him?
You're just getting KD.
That's where it's like, because KD alone, I'm okay with that because nobody else is going to kill you. KD alone
is still kind of
has never been the threat that he is with somebody else.
Well, I'm just talking about KD.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'll probably put like it's a toss up, but I gotta have Joel Embiid and I gotta have Anthony Davis. Forwards, throw whoever the fuck you want in there. I don't give a shit.
All right, who do you go with the shooting guard?
Shooting guard. Chris Middleton this season's been playing very well.
First team All NBA. Well, though,
No, not first team All NBA.
because then we got guys like Oladipo, who's playing out of this world. You got guys like Harden,
Yeah,
playing
maybe
out of
Harden.
this world. But we're doing two guards. We're not doing point guard or shooting guard. So, does your point guard choice go from like?
So it'd be Steph. Steph would be one guard.
Kemba. You got
At this
Dame.
point, yeah, it'd be Steph. At this point, it would be Steph, Kemba. I'll put KD, Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid. That'd be my five.
That's a good All NBA, but they would disrespect AD.
But then they would also disrespect Kemba. They're not going to put Kemba there.
I know, but as of right now, if I were to do it how the media would do it, based off of what everything's doing, Kemba would go number one right now. Way media would do it, Kemba is a fucking firecracker right now.
Michael Jordan is going to fuck this all up somehow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But center, I would do Embiid. I would do Giannis, and I would do LeBron. The only reason I wouldn't do LeBron is LeBron coasted for about 10 games.
You got to go 8. 80's got to be in there. We're about to hit.
But
that.
80's also playing center.
Well, he's like, he's playing. He's like a flex. He's like playing forward and center.
That's just this. But if you put him in a lineup 1 through 5, he's 5.
Yeah, sometimes him and Mirotic.
They switch, but he's always the 5 in their lineups. That's where it's like
But they ended up they did that last year where they had him as a center in the All-Star ballot, and then they switched him to forward because that's his primary position.
Yeah, but he doesn't really play primary position anymore in this league.
Yeah, but he's like a versatile player, so I'll put him as a forward.
The reason I'm lumping him in the centers, and the only reason he doesn't make it is because Joel kind of worked him when they played.
Well, Joel's just got beautiful footwork.
Joel kind of worked AD. Joel's only kryptonite is fucking Al Horford. It's fucking Al Horford, because Al Horford doesn't engage in any of that mind bullshit.
No, he doesn't give a shit. He just sticks to the fundamentals.
AD tries not to, but he gets involved.
Al Horford just sticks to the fundamentals. And Al Horford will talk shit to you, too.
The second Joel Embiid figures out Al Horford, the Celtics are fucked.
No, the second the fucking Ben Simmons can be left alone or can't be left alone on the 3-point line without Dude, oh my God.
The reason I say that is because if they could just drop it to Embiid and he just work down there,
I was
it's
watching
over.
a video on the 76ers' own Twitter account where Ben Simmons and their coach were, who was it? Brett Brown, yeah. They were watching tape, and they were watching Ben Simmons run the floor, and Ben Simmons just goes like this at the top of the 3-point line, wide open. Pass. What the fuck are you doing? Shoot that shit.
You gotta shoot it. The second he shoots it and makes it, though, I get my coke.
Did you see that meme I retweeted?
No, I haven't.
Where it was like, when your boy says, shoot your shot, man, I really think this girl's into you, and it was it was a picture of Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz.
Yeah,
that was Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz just sitting next to each other.
Oh, God.
They
They're
don't
both
have to shoot their fucking shots.
That'd be scary.
So now you got, if Markelle Fultz isn't in the starting lineup, then you got your starting point guard doesn't know how to fucking shoot a jumper. That still worries me. Like, once he learns how to do it, he's going to be really good. I don't know why
He'll
he's
be
not.
all right. He'll be okay. I don't think he's going to be really good because his confidence is going to be shot for a long time, even if he gets his jumper.
I'm talking about Ben Simmons.
Oh, he'll be fine. It took Magic Johnson didn't have a jumper until 4 years in his career.
It didn't matter.
Yes, it did.
Mm-mm.
Because people left him wide the fuck open.
Yeah, but he had that cast around him. But Ben Simmons really doesn't have that type of cast, so he has to.
Well, he has his Kareem, and he has his Byron Scott.
We'll see what he does with it.
I was saying, with jumpers, you gotta give a little bit of time. Jason Kidd didn't get a jumper till 10 years in the league.
Yeah, that's
and
why
and then he's on the all-time list for 3-pointers made.
Yeah, but Jason Kidd is kind of like that guy where it's like, I wish, like, he's just one of those guys where I'm like, I wish you did more with your career, even though you had a pretty good career.
What?
Yeah.
He's literally, I don't know how much more you could do in a career like that, where it's like he's widely considered a top 3 point guard of all time.
No, but he's just one of those players where I was like you're a
want him
Hall
to
of
win
Famer.
more?
I wish you did more. Like, I wish you were on, like, I wish you just did more. Like, if he got a jumper early, he would have been fucking crazy on the all-time.
Carried a Nets team to the finals.
I know,
years.
But
to
there's
play
such like
two
a
of
big
the
gap.
greatest teams of all time.
There's such a big gap when he had just mediocre years.
But it's like, yeah, so you have your Dallas years with Jim Jackson and Homeboy, and then you have your Phoenix years where it was just Penny, Jason Kidd, and Steve Nash all on the same team, and then you get the Stephon Marbury, Jason Kidd trade. Mm-hmm. But that's all a 4 or 5 year span, like in a rookie in a young career. So he didn't get traded to Brooklyn until he was like 25, and at that point he was widely considered top 3 player in basketball at that time. Took a team that had no business being anywhere near the NBA Finals to go try to tackle Shaq and Kobe's Lakers, and then Tim Duncan's Spurs. 2 of the greatest teams ever assembled with 3 of the greatest players of all time on it. That's just a case of being bad timing. Bad timing.
Yeah.
And it's like, if it was a year later, like if they would have did it instead of hitting that Lakers team first and hit the Spurs and then that Laker team, they probably could have beat that Laker team. But that Pistons team was the right team to end that.
Oh, yeah.
But that Spurs team was always around.
It was just a team of non-selfish people.
And then the Eastern Conference started getting better around those
Well, then
times.
LeBron came.
Well, LeBron came the Nets' the second year in the finals.
LeBron came the year that the Pistons won the finals.
They won 03-04.
LeBron came
Right,
in
right,
04.
yeah, you're right. Correct.
That was that draft where the Pistons won the NBA Finals. They had like the new number 2 overall pick.
Yes, and they had fucking...
And they fucked it up.
Yeah, I don't know how they fucked that up. Which goes back to Markelle Fultz. Who would trade for him, and what can you get for him?
Danny Ainge looks like the biggest fucking thief on earth.
I was reading an article, and they were like, oh, just for trolling's sake, we could say Boston makes a trade for Markelle Fultz. I was like, no.
Could you imagine that?
That'd be the dumbest thing Danny Ainge could ever do, would be get that man. That'd be the stupidest thing, because you have to give up Rozier, or you have to give up Smart.
And then you're giving Rozier to Philly that already... Like, you're just giving Philly a dog.
Let's do something to go help the one rival that you really want to beat.
And you
That's
definitely don't want to give them Terry Rozier, because that dude could fucking spur to you. Like,
And he will hold a grudge.
oh, yeah.
He will hold a grudge.
But Danny Ainge loves him for some reason, like a fucking son.
The problem with Terry Rozier, he needs to play more.
But he won't on this team.
Not on this team.
He just got to get traded.
Till you get rid
But
of
I
Gordon.
hate these people that are like, trade Kyrie. Like, what the fuck? Or trade Kyrie for and let Rozier start. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. That's just unreasonable. Like, you need your backup point guard. You don't need 6 forwards on your team. You could get rid of Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, you don't need...
The problem is trying to find value for him right now.
You don't need to get rid of a 26-year-old fucking superstar offensive player.
Yeah, especially
Who
in a
can
league,
fucking take over a game, as we've seen. Like,
especially
millions
in
of
a
times.
league where all the scoring is done primarily by the point guard.
What was that fucking game where, like, Kyrie just went down the... damn it, what was that? They were facing a big team, too, and they won the game. And he was just playing lights out the last fucking few minutes of or like the fourth quarter. Damn, I forgot what game it was. But he went crazy, and he always plays that way against the Warriors, too. That's why that Warriors series is going to be pretty tough.
Trade Gordon Hayward. I've been saying this for a year now. He doesn't get it. Get him out. Boo. Get him out. Bye. And then worst case scenario, Kyrie's gonna be like, you know what, fuck you guys. And then get him all the way the fuck out of here too. Put him in a trade package for Anthony Davis. He'll be fine.
Anthony Davis would be nice on the team.
Would you? I think we already talked about this. Would you trade Jason Tatum for Anthony Davis?
No.
Considering you could get 10, 12 years out of both of them, and you know Anthony Davis is the for sure thing, and you know Jason Tatum is like gonna be this, but we don't know for sure if he's gonna be like this thing.
If you tell me that Jason Tatum could be anywhere close to, say like a mixture of like Kobe and KD, where he's got that length, but he's also like really like KD, but not as like smooth. Well, actually, Jason Tatum is very smooth with his shots.
Very smooth, very.
He's very smooth. But if you're telling me that he could get anywhere close to KD, then I'm going to take Jason Tatum. But if you could say, okay, trade Jaylen Brown and Gordon Hayward and send them to the fucking Pelicans if you were...
That wouldn't be enough. And in a trade like that, you have to put Kyrie in there, too. Because you could get away with trading Jason Tatum and like one other player because of Tatum's upside. But if you're going to take Brown... who doesn't have the same skill set.
Yeah, I would either.
You'd have to get Hayward, Kyrie, and Brown.
You would have to have a point guard that would actually like work with Anthony Davis. So I wouldn't trade Kyrie for anything in that trade.
The only person who's untouchable in the Celtics is Tatum. Kyrie can be in anything, especially if you're going to get a guy like Anthony Davis, who's a top 3 player in the league. And who says Kyrie would even work with Anthony Davis? Kyrie's not a passer. Kyrie's not the traditional passing point guard.
Kyrie can be a passer when he decides to be.
It's not his game, though. That's why if you see him trying to distribute, he doesn't.
Oh, he's been playing very well distributing.
Yeah, but he doesn't know the balance yet.
He'll get there.
He'll get there, but he doesn't have the balance of when he should be killing and when he should be distributing.
So far, he's been getting some double-doubles. He actually, I think his last game, he was like 27, 10, and 5.
Imagine if he had the...
He's been playing well on defense, too.
Imagine if he had the... what's the word I'm looking for? The awareness of Chris Paul. And was able to drop dimes like that consistently, as well as being able to, on a dime, just... drop a bucket.
He's been a great facilitator after the first few games of the season. I was like, damn, what's going on? And then now I'm seeing Kyrie.
What would fix the team, I think,
Kyrie.
completely would be if Kyrie were able to find a balance, which he struggles. If he doesn't find the balance and he's just scoring Kyrie, then the team's going to continuously fail because you're going to go as your best player goes. And especially like Kyrie, if he's able to distribute, he's going to be able to direct people like, you do this because that's what you're good at. Jaylen Brown, when I get the ball in the break, you run to that fucking corner. Because apparently, if you take a look at numbers, Jaylen Brown has taken less corner 3-pointers at this point of the season than he did all of last year. And that's like his bread and butter is corner 3s. Mm-hmm. And he's straight away from corner 3s. On transition, Jaylen Brown should not be pushing the break. He should be running to the corner.
Yeah, he's going to... Once he realizes it, it's going to be really good.
Once he gets that... That's something Kyrie has never been good at, even in like when he was in high school.
But he's now he's showing it more now than he showed it ever in Cleveland.
Yeah, because he never had to be that guy in Cleveland.
Yeah, because LeBron was there.
He was brought in to be the
killer.
But
he was kind of like, it kind of reminds me of Kyrie and that Celtics Eastern Conference Finals. It was like Game 5. Or it was Game 4 or Game 5. I think it was like the series was 2-1 and Cleveland was up. And Boston was like up by like 17, and LeBron was about to foul out, so they let him out in the second quarter. He was about to foul out, or he's in danger. He had like 4 fouls, and they took LeBron out. They put Kyrie until the start of the second half, and Kyrie took that fucking game over. That's kind of what Kyrie's reminding me of right now is that time period, which I thought was Kyrie's best game, one of Kyrie's best games. Because I think it went 40.
He also didn't have anybody guarding him.
He had like 42 that game. Oh yeah, I think Isaiah Thomas was out. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas just had that hip injury.
He had Marcus Smart guarding him.
No, he had Avery Bradley.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Not many people can guard that, man.
Do we wait for Alfredo to stop shitting to stop this?
No, we keep pushing. Where are we at?
We're at 3 a.m. almost.
Oh, we're at 2:23. We're at 223. I'll wait till he comes back to close out. But yeah, this has been a fun podcast, man.
Has been. We talked about it a lot. Shoes.
A lot of shoes. Apparently, you want to do shoe cast.
I am a
Sneaker pod.
Yeah, I'm a sneakerhead. I could talk about sneakers.
Jamal Adams, best safety in the NFL.
Dude, but Nike sneakers app.
I already
download
have it, dude.
That's where the Paul Georges are dropping. Get that fucking notification, bro.
I already have it, man. Wow, see?
Mm.
I have a sneaker thing.
What? Oh, yeah. I kind of have that. It's a few apps.
I farted on my mic.
Damn, yeah, but those PlayStation shoes, I was trying to find the first ones to buy them. They sell for like $800 right now.
Yep. Ooh, carry
even
5
get 'em.
tacos.
That looks great.
The Concords.
But 10.5 is such a hard shoe size to get because everybody's
Everybody's a 10, 10.5, 11.
like people who are size fucking 9s are like
Ooh, sneaker of the gods. Yeah, these are the dolphin colors. Oh, these are Hirachis?
Oh,
What?
there's a drawing.
Oh, that's trash.
What? That's so trash.
That's so trash.
Never mind. My prospects of getting them just went down. Wow. Drawing opens up December 1st. I thought this shit was like December 1st, 10 a.m. I'm fucking buying them. I gotta put in a drawing for it. Fuck you guys.
That's so trash.
Well, it looks like I'm getting the other 2.5s.
Oh, we get the OBJ sneakers that look like dog shit.
Oh, fuck those.
Look at these fucking trash sneakers.
Those do look stupid.
God, Odell, get a better sneaker.
That's why football players have trash shoes.
Because they're not allowed to wear shoes.
Yeah, they're not. That's another reason why the NFL was trash. You can't wear your own cleats. It's so stupid. You should be able to just wear your own brand like basketball does.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing my ass, man. If I get a ticket for that shit, I'm going to feel like fucking Charlie from Willy Wonka. I got the golden ticket.
I haven't been on this app in a while. Permission for takeoff.
Yeah, these upcoming releases are pretty tight.
I need to get a pair of Nike boots. Like, because I would love to. If they had these in all black, I would just wear them to work when it gets snowy and shit.
I might just get those all black. It's so stupid that they have the drawing bullshit. I wonder
Fix
if
your
there's
shit, Nike. Fix your shit, Nike.
Yeah, let me see if I can get it. Let me see if Nike.com got this shit. Because I know that's a sneakers app, but sometimes the sneakers app just...
Diamond Dunk, the Urban Bounce.
Yeah, fuck that. I will never buy Under Armour shoes.
Never.
Adidas.
Never.
Puma, I have liked some of the new Puma.
I think about grabbing those Pumas that are like red and like white, yellow, whatever.
Yeah, those shit looks
I
good.
think about grabbing those. I've talked myself out of buying them 3 times because I'm like I'm a Nike guy. I'm a Nike guy.
Nike just has better shoes.
You think?
Like Puma's got some great shoes, but I got some in my car. I got some in my favorites for
Yeah, I saw.
but I will never purchase it. It's almost all Nike.
That's how it
Those
should be.
Adidas ones just reminded me of the white Nike ones that I didn't think we were gonna get because it says sold out, and I went and they weren't. So I was like, all right, get me these because these were supposed to be sold out. Because they're such a great price, $49, man. That's a great price for it.
I was talking to a buddy at work about how I want to purchase a pair of the off-white Nikes,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I can't convince myself because I think the only reason I want them is because of the zip tie that's on the sneaker, and I don't want to like pay for them for the zip tie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks cool. Looks real cool. And then it's got
I just don't like high tops like that.
I do. I've been wearing a lot more running sneakers lately. My style has definitely changed. I used to wear nothing but basketball sneakers and shit. But I've never...
Like some guy at work bought the Yeezy Boost 350s as soon as they came out. And I had a chance to buy them because Foot Locker sent me a notification as soon as they dropped. And they were like, your size is there. Click here to buy it right now.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, nope. Fuck Yeezys.
Those are the only sneakers I probably would wear. Besides Nike would be the Yeezys.
Those things were $180, and now there's... Hold on, what are they selling for right now?
Probably like 4 or more.
Yeah, let's look up Yeezy Boost. I think it was $350.
They're $350. The gray pair is $240 right now for the lowest.
Some of them are selling on StockX for $289.
Yeah, I'm on StockX right now.
Sneaker experts are for $11.76. StockX. Yeah, I could have got these guys.
I almost bought a pair of fucking Yeezys for $800 on here, and I talked myself out.
That's good. You should never buy these for $800.
I was like, I want them. I want them real bad.
Wow, I was really getting excited. I was looking at Saturday as like a holiday, but maybe they will pick me.
Maybe.
I hope so. I'm gonna create like 5 different accounts.
Let's see. What other sneakers are on here that I may want to buy?
It's so stupid.
Like
though.
these. I really want these.
They're probably having a drawing because they're gonna sell it in the first like 10 seconds. Ooh, that reminds me. Those the LeBron James Soldier. Hold on, let me look up the
Soldier.
Yeah, hold up. These ones are tight. Hold on, I'm about to show you.
Damn, he's farting hard.
Yeah, dude, he's waking up Janice. I don't know how much longer I can go talking about this.
I can keep going.
These fucking things look great.
I'm not a fan.
Huh?
I'm not a fan. Oh, I'd also buy the Dragon Ball Z fucking Adidas.
$239.
Yeah, I'd buy them.
I do like the soldiers. I got a pair of the black and white. I love those soldier shoes, man.
I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of the soldiers.
I got these guys.
Yeah, I almost bought these for $800.
Damn. Good thing you didn't.
Yeah, I would have been real upset. Janice would have castrated me.
Raffle open. Get a ticket. Boys grade school Air Jordan Retro 11. Oh, fuck that. I don't need boys. Dude, that's so shitty, man. I would love to get my hand on a pair of those Paul Georges, man.
Yeah, me too.
The Kyrie. All right, so if I don't get the Paul Georges, I'm either gonna get those Paul George 2.5s, the one that I was showing you, or I'm gonna get a pair of Kyrie 5s.
Or JumpShotTherapy. Goodbye.
Yeah, or I'm gonna get a pair of those Kyrie 5s.